A very special being has been released onto the material plane. A taxman.
I'm going to go ahead and make an attack with the Mace of Terror.
Said that pretty casually, didn't he?
You ever try to swallow Bengay?
Yeah, you're like, yeah.
To me, that would be an action. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 7, part 1 of Crucible of Fate, the high-stakes, competitive, and open invitational Dungeons & Dragons game show. I'm your host and killer DM, David Carter, and I'm super excited to be here with you guys today. I think it's going to be an excellent episode once again, and we have a great cast of players for you as well. Just a few announcements that I want to get out of the way before we get into the action, so feel free to skip ahead if you're not into these kind of things, but there's a lot of people that I need to thank. We hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube last week, and that was my goal for the first year, was to try and hit 1,000 subs. And the fact that it happened within 5 months is just phenomenal. So thank you all very much for tuning in and finding this game and sticking with it. I really can't express how happy this all makes me. And, just seeing the show get off the ground and being well received. So thank you very much. I also want to thank my Discord server. So the Crucible of Fate Discord server is an amazing place. It is the thing that I appreciate the most about starting this whole venture, and the thing I expected the least. Getting close to about 200 members now, all very warm, accepting, passionate D&D fans, COF fans, and fantasy in general. The place is literally going 24/7. Lots of folks on there talking about TV shows, movies, music, food, and most importantly, Dungeons & Dragons and Crucible of Fate. We run fight nights, so like PvP practice for Crucible of Fate. We run one-off adventures. We host watch parties every Tuesday for when the latest episode of Crucible of Fate comes out. I try to attend that every week, and it's just fantastic to watch the show with the members of the Discord community. So if you are looking to kind of stay in touch with what's happening with Crucible of Fate and are up for meeting a whole bunch of new D&D players, I suggest you join our Discord server, and the links are in the video description below. With the 1,000 subscribers, that unlocked ads for me, and I'm not a big fan of ads myself when I'm watching YouTube content. So I'd like to keep those turned off for before the videos and during the videos, as I'm sure they're annoying for you guys as well. That does cut down on some income, not that it's very much at this time, but if you're enjoying the show and want to support it and want me to keep those ads off, then just consider hopping on to Patreon. Crucible of Fate there, links down below, and you can support the show that way. And speaking of which, I just want to say thank you to the new patrons, or those that have upped their monthly contribution since the last video. So Sean Bukowski, thank you very much. Cole Chambers, Kelly Leonard, and Brad Searing. Guys, I really, really appreciate that level of support. It means the world to me, and I'm so glad to have all of you guys on the Discord server, and it's been great getting to know you, and it's thrilling to see how passionate you all are about Crucible of Fate. So thanks very much. Okay, so enough for me. All the announcements are out of the way, so let's meet our players for tonight. Let's meet our contestants for tonight, guys. Up first is Josh.
Well, hi, my name's Josh. I've been playing Dungeons & Dragons for about 8 years. I started in the Army. One of my one of my good friends got me started and hooked. I love the game. I'm looking forward to playing with the rest of you guys. Let's play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Damn right, Josh, and I'm definitely happy to have you on the show. You've been a very active participant on the Discord server, and I can tell how enthusiastic you are about playing some D&D, so welcome to the show.
Thanks, Dave.
Daniel.
Hi, everyone. My name is Daniel. I've been playing D&D for quite some time. I've been DMing a few sessions in my own free time. When I'm not DMing, I'm running my own YouTube channel and my show called Adequate Equine, which is basically a channel that basically is about teaching new people on how to care for and maintain valuable lessons, and basically teaching people how to care for horses that do not know how to care for them themselves. So that's basically most of my free time aside from work.
Great. Well, nice to meet you, Daniel. Nice to have you on the show, and it's good that you're doing such a noble thing. Maybe when my son is old enough, we'll get him out and I'll try horseback riding for the first time. All right, next up is Joe.
Hey everyone, my name is Joe. I am from Philadelphia, so any of our American viewers can know for certain that I've had enough misery in these past couple of months between the Phillies, the Union, and the Eagles all losing in championship series. So I've had enough loss for the year, so hopefully I get through this one. So be easy on me, guys. I've been playing D&D for about 5 years, and I am a little reluctant, but ready to sell my fantasy soul for a yet-to-be-determined sum of real-world cash. And as I say that, now I need to question if the money is being calculated in US or Canadian dollars, because last I checked, that loonie was 75 cents on the dollar.
I had intended for it to be Canadian, but okay. Let's see how those Patreon subscribers go, and maybe we'll up it to US dollars.
Okay.
Welcome to the show, Joe.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Arson.
Hi, everybody. I'm Arson Buckendahl. I'm from Denver, Colorado. I've been playing D&D for 5 or 6 years. I had a buddy in high school that got me into it and bought me a bunch of books kind of out of nowhere, so I had no choice but to get into it, but didn't really take much. I've really been enjoying it. I stream over on Twitch at Torinn, actually, T0RINN. I stream like 4 or 5 days a week, just doing a lot of gameplay and just hanging out with, chat and friends, having a good time. And I can't wait to see how at least this first session goes. So good luck to everybody.
Awesome. Welcome to the show, Arson. And for all of you guys with other things going on social media, we'll make sure all of your links are down in the video description as well, just so everyone can check it out. Okay, Robert.
Hi, folks. I'm Robert. It is a beautiful morning here in beautiful British Columbia, and I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons for, 8 or 9 years, roughly, since perhaps even longer if you count my time with second edition, with some rule books I found in the attic way back when. But fifth edition, definitely for 8 or 9 years. And I want to give a shout out to the folks at the University of British Columbia Science Fiction and Fantasy Society. I probably wouldn't have gotten to play for as long as I have if it weren't for the dedicated work of their executives over the past 4 or 5 years.
That's great. Welcome to the show, Robert. I wish you the best of luck. Last but not least, Scott.
Hello, everybody. My name is Scott. I started playing Dungeons & Dragons about 25 years ago in second edition, but took about a 20-year hiatus while kind of life got in the way, and just recently re-engaged with 5e when a lovely group of nerds took me in. I've been playing with them now for almost 2 years. Shout out to Whiskey and Warlocks, our gaming group. A bunch of good folks that I play with every Thursday. And I recently, so I share this passion with my kids and my family. My wife actually turned my office into this awesome dungeon that you see behind me. And I just started up a Dungeons and Dragons gaming club at a supplemental education program called MetaHumans in Winter Park, Florida. So if anybody is in the Central Florida area, you might want to check that out. It's a really cool place that focuses on STEM. They teach everything from, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, but also magic, improv, lockpicking, soldering, 3D printing, juggling, environmental science, and everything in between. Basically preparing your kids to be real-world D&D adventurers. So really, really cool program that now has a D&D club as well.
Great. Sounds like you're doing the good work, spreading the deity's word, Scott. So that's important. Right, guys. So as I say to everybody, good luck to all of you. Only 3 can walk away from the episode. Keep in mind, as friendly as you get with everyone, trust no one and protect yourselves at all times. And so with that, we're gonna jump to the trailer now, and when we come back to the show, we'll be in character and starting the game for real. All right, we'll see you in a few minutes, guys.
It's time. Bring them. Offer them riches, offer them glory. I don't care. Just bring me their souls.
As you wish, Master.
Yes. You think you have what it takes? Every roll can mean life or death. 120 contestants. Who will survive? Who will win? It could be you. This is high stakes D&D.
As your senses begin to return to you, you notice the now familiar pale blue light illuminating the other contestants that surround you. Although you can't move at this time, you can feel that they're around you, and those on the far side of the circle, you're just starting to get a sense of their size and race, the way they're dressed, and the weapons they carry with them. You notice now that there are more and more holes in this lineup, places where contestants used to be before entering the Crucible, never to return. You wonder if today is your day as you hear the footsteps of who you expect is Dregs moving into the middle of the circle. A bit of light shines down upon him from an unknown source, and he looks around, taking a slow circle, hands down underneath his cloak, looking up at all of you as he completes his slow gaze around at all of the contestants. You can see now his mask as he looks up in much more clear detail. Solid metal with just eye holes, very angular features on most of it, one side seemingly carved either by hand or by some magical means to resemble a ghastly, undead-looking half of his face, muscle and sinew clearly visible with the skin having been removed. In his gravelly voice, he calls out to all of you. For those entering the Crucible today, I salute you. I know you are not here, well, most of you anyway, of your own design. But do your best, keep your wits about you, and trust no one. When I call out your names, gather yourselves, gather your wits, and follow me into the tavern. And as he unfurls a scroll that he pulls from within his cloak. He begins to read out the names. Bestiarius, Eros, Forfax, Huron, Sergeant Gareth Hallmar, and Torinn Eversoul. You will be the contestants in the Crucible of Fate today. If you would please follow me. And he turns his back and begins to just take a few steps behind him as those whose names were called out, all of you kind of drop down to the floor, steadying yourselves, now using limbs that have not seen much use over the past few days as you remained in suspended animation. The circle of contestants kind of drifts off into the shadows around you and are replaced by the wood and stone decorative elements of the Fate's Hand Tavern. It becomes immediately clear to all of you that the eyes of truth are now setting their gaze upon you. As they become more and more clear, you see the now more than 1,000 pairs of eyes looking upon you with great intent. You can hear the whispers of all of them, although you can't make out the words. You know by now that they are betting, wagering, and making deals for your everlasting souls should you perish here today. All of your attention is brought to the side as one pair of eyes, larger than the others, seems to be moving towards you with intent and ferocity at great speed. And as it reaches the edge of the torchlight, it immediately kind of shrinks down to the familiar shape of Theramgul as he greets you in a very different looking form than the glowing eyes that were coming towards you. Those seem to be much taller, intense, filled with hatred and animosity. You now see a welcoming, smiling face in a look that you were accustomed to, in fine, dark blue robes, angular facial features, and a well-kept beard. He looks casually at each of you in turn. Welcome to the Crucible, the contestants for episode 7. It is nice to meet you. I am Theramgul, and I will be your host for this evening. Should you have any questions about what will happen here, or of anything else really, feel free to ask. Myself or Dregs would be happy to meet your needs as best we can. I must warn you that the games you will play tonight are not illusions, as some may previously have thought, and I guarantee you that by the end of this game, 3 of you will be dead. I also always like to mention that at least one of you will be killed by one of the others. So, you decide where your level of trust begins and ends, but I guarantee you there is only one that you can trust implicitly, and that is yourself. I hope. Maybe you don't trust yourself, I don't know, but certainly don't trust anyone else. Well, with my little intro out of the way, I would like to get to know each and every one of you a little bit better, as would the eyes of truth. It helps reassess the wagers and the bets So, you have 2 minutes each, gentlemen. And first up, Bestiarius.
Yeah, you guys see a massive lizard folk wearing like gladiator style armor. He's got a small wooden shield strapped to a forearm and a scimitar hanging off of his hip. He also wears a big leather, like champion style belt with imagery of various animals around a draconic script. For anybody that recognizes it, he waves, and despite his mouth not moving, his face still emoting, you all hear in your heads, "Hey guys, I'm Ari. What year is it?"
Time doesn't really have much meaning down here. It kind of flows. Do you remember what year it was in your last memory?
Yeah, not really. Yeah, he just gives you whatever year is like 100, 200 years prior to the current.
It is nice to meet you, Bestiarius. Welcome to the Crucible. Eros.
So you see in the background a little bit of twinkling and glowing eyes just peer out of the darkness as a figure steps forward, draped in like what appears to be almost like overly grown robes. And you see they're tattered, they're worn, they've seen better days, and you don't see his face. You only see the twinkling eyes that appear to be on what appears to be a face. And you see basically on his robes twilights and sparkles and basically galactic patterns on the back that come into different various shapes that resemble different parts of history. And he kind of just walks in, looks at you all, and he kind of mutters underneath his breath in various languages. But in common, he says, "All will be forgiven when the stars align." And he kind of lets out this deep and mournful sigh before he sits down.
Thank you, Eros. Good luck in the Crucible. Forfax.
Forfax strides forward in with somewhat of a rigid kind of military precision, very stiff-backed. He looks like David Bowie as Ziggy Stardust, but with a few extra pounds and scale mail armor, dark scale mail armor, with a black cape with a silver clasp around his shoulders. He carries a lacquered black shield on his left arm and bears no weapon, no obvious weapon at all, just a black gloved hand on his right. He strides forward, nods kind of stiffly at Theramgul, and then looks up to where he can feel the eyes of truth and announces with a booming voice, "I am Forfax, chosen of Celestian, instrument of fate, the fulcrum of destiny. Fate has called, I have answered. I accept this challenge. Glory to the victor, honor to the dead." And he takes his gloved hand, puts it to his chest, closes his eyes, and bows his head briefly to Theramgul.
Some impressive titles, Forfax. It is great to have someone of your status here within the Crucible of Fate.
As soon as Theramgul stops speaking, Forfax looks up with a rakish grin and says, "Well, it's a pleasure to be here, actually. I'm really loving what you're doing with the place, Theramgul. The eyes of truth and the whole menagerie of souls. It's very gothic chic, very impressive."
Well, thank you. It's a couple of thousand years in the making, but I appreciate your eye for such architecture and design. I pride myself on it as well, Forfax.
And these contestants, dangerous, resourceful, powerful even. I've got my eye on a few of them. Hibble was one of my favorites. His end was just spectacular.
It was shocking and a bit disappointing. He will be missed by some people, I presume.
And the very clever Medivh, or the tactical brilliance of Anorak. But the one that really impressed me the most is that Lieutenant Matthias Crow. He was an interesting one.
He is certainly a man of focus. Maybe a bit misplaced, but hey, who am I to judge?
Fate will judge us all.
Indeed. It's an honor to have you here, Forfax. Good luck.
It's all predetermined. We're just revealing the ending.
An interesting point of view. Maybe we don't even need to play the game. Urine.
Excuse me. Huron is a 6'3" half-orc in his late 20s, fairly muscular. His green skin is covered in blue war paint, kind of everywhere. He keeps his long hair pulled back to the back of his head and shaves the sides to put on display a long jagged scar he has running back below his collar. See that he lost part of his ear with whatever injury caused the scar. You also might notice that under his well-used scale mail and great clothing, his hands and his forearms are scarred. There's a lattice work of fine scars. He wears a heavy red cowl with a hood across his shoulders. On his back, he has a shield and a light crossbow. At his waist, he keeps a leather case with a rabbit's foot that kind of dangles from the clasp on one hip. On the other side, he has a wicked-looking battle axe. And on his belt, he has loops and straps for securing scrolls and bottles. Huron, he straightens himself to his full height and glares at Therangul. Says, games were what I was told would bring me back together with the captain. Out of the case, he pulls out a flask and a set of knuckle bones. He unscrews the flask, takes a sip, and begins to toss the knuckle bones and catch them on the back of his hand. Here I thought I'd play something like Toss the Gnome, Guess the Mimic, or Climb a Greased Pole. Instead, I'm in hell, and you play games with emotions and lives. He takes another swig. Although, in the end, I suppose I should thank you for bringing me here. If you had not, I suppose I never would have discovered what happened to my uncle. At this point, Huron thinks about the ring with the contestants in stasis.
As you do think about the ring of the contestants, it suddenly comes back into view with all of the contestants clearly in their circle lit by dim blue light.
And Huron says, "Do you hear me, Uncle? I have finally found you, Blood. I have not forgotten the blood that was spilled at the Blood Caverns. And I have not forgiven you for what I endured that day." Huron takes a moment to run his hand over the ruined over his ruined ear and scar. He looks at his arms, at his hands, and he mutters under his breath that he bears his scars proudly. And he says, "I came here hoping to find my captain, but I find I have an even greater reason to survive. We have unfinished business, Uncle. My father and I suffered greatly at the hands of the Many Spears clan. He lost his wife and father. I lost my mother and great father. And I will have recompense."
I love it, Huron. General Blood, do you hear that? Someone is here for vengeance. I thought last episode we had some familial drama. It appears that there's much more of this going on in the material plane. Sergeant Gareth Hallmar.
The sergeant has taken several moments to steady himself after falling onto the floor. And the first thing that you notice when he straightens himself and steps forwards into plain visibility for everybody is a prominent scar that decorates the left side of his face, running vertically downwards from his forehead and contorting his expression into a somewhat permanently unpleasant, mild sneer. He holds in his left hand a sturdy helmet, and in his right, or on his right arm, is strapped a well-worn shield. The rest of his person is largely concealed by a thick, dark cloak, upon which he carries a sizable pack, tightly and securely fastened, with a sturdy coil of rope attached to it, and next to which, on his back, he also carries what you see as the hilt of a hefty sword. This man would not be out of place on any of the many roads that slither across the world, but he would surely have better business on some than others. His first address to the others who have presented themselves is a question. Are any of you lot citizens?
Not sure. I was a gladiator, but it was like 200 years ago.
Provinces.
From like Manchaca.
The provinces. Well then, I suppose I'll have to work with you all on Warrior's Honor alone. Torinn, at the very least, it seems to me that your cause is just.
Seems alliances are forming already. We haven't even gotten into the intermission actions. Very interesting for all of you. This changes things significantly, don't you all think? Wonderful. Last but not least, Torinn Eversoul.
So Torinn's pacing back and forth throughout all the introductions. He's a young male Aasimar. He's got ragged jet black hair and olive skin tone, and with ice blue eyes that can't seem to fixate on anything. He stands a little over 6 feet tall, and he dons chainmail armor and a triangular shield on his arm, and his sword still in its scabbard. He's clutching it. He's slowly scanning everybody, and after determining there's no immediate threat, he looks at Theramgul and opens his mouth to speak, and he dismisses himself and shakes his head, takes a deep breath and kind of steps away from everybody and pulls out a tattered leather-bound journal and just kind of begins to read.
A man of few words, Torinn. You sure there's nothing you'd like to share with everyone?
Gonna look up and dismiss himself again, then go back to his book.
Very well. I'm not offended. I'm not sure about your fellow contestants. Perhaps they are. But who am I to say? At this point, now that you have all introduced yourselves, I will give you 5 minutes to have a little chat before we pick our game for this evening and carry on. So, you all have 5 minutes, gentlemen.
All right, I'll start. I've been watching a lot of the previous games, and I just had an idea to do with my first intermission thing. I'm going to cast, I don't know if you guys have heard the Good Berry spell, and I'm going to distribute them to each of you because we've all been watching the previous contestants use these intermission periods to make allies. But with these berries, you can bring back your downed allies without spending like a healing potion or a spell. Let that maybe be the true test to your allegiances.
Is Ari speaking
telepathically? Yeah. Yeah, all that was telepathically. But yeah, he just asks and see if you guys were open to it.
How do you conjure speech in our minds?
I just kind of bond with it. Yeah, it's how I talk.
Do the rest of your people talk like this?
My dad did. I think my mom did too. But that's it. You guys can talk with your head.
Only with
Torrin's
certain themes.
Torrin's going to snap his book closed and kind of step forward and apologize for his few words during the introductions. I was rather uneasy being brought here. I blacked out in the mortal realm and ended up here, trying to figure out why, and just reading calms my mind. So I apologize for not talking.
What debt brings you here, son?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I've been dealing with something throughout my life, and I had this terrible pain come over me. I collapsed and blacked out, and the next thing I know, I'm waking up to everybody here. So I'm very, very uneasy about everything that's going on.
Where were you?
I was just walking through the streets of a town I had just come to, looking for some place to rest, and this terrible feeling overcame me, this horrible pain, and that's all I remember.
Which town?
I had just come to it. I was just kind of wandering. I don't remember much.
Who's the fiends in the world are many. Aaron, you said you play games.
You look over at Huron, and he's kind of crouched down on the ground, and he's like taking little sips from the flask. As you ask the question, he screws the cap onto the flask and says, "That I do. Would you like to play?" And he continues to toss the knuckle bones and catch them on the back of his hand. And it says, "Also, I don't fancy going into this completely sober. What about you?" And he hands you, he proffers his flask to you.
There is a time and a place for the comforts of ale, but I think I need my focus. Thanks.
Very well. and he'll actually anyone else kind of holding the flask up.
Oh, hi, Sam. Is it like, it's not a lot. You're going to have to last you a while. I don't want to, take your whole supply.
Oh, my supply is fine.
Oh, all right. I'll take some in. You take a swig.
Okay. Torinn will also step forward and extend his hand with the flask.
All right.
We're just at 4:30 here, guys, so a little bit left. Forfax or Eros, anything you want to say during the 5-minute roleplay?
So Eros kind of looks at you all, and he kind of shifts his weight a little bit, and his robes begin to sparkle as he begins to speak in Druidic towards his cloak. And on the back of his cloak, you see a small bear cub begin to form. And he is going to use his wild shape to conjure his animal companion. And you see this bear cub almost come off of his cloak and emerge into the space in front of him. And this bear cub resembles an Ursa Minor. And for those who don't know, an Ursa Minor is basically a star constellation of a small bear.
And for the Eyes of Truth, that will constitute the cast spell usability first intermission action for arrows.
Yep.
Forfax?
Forfax, he's taking it all in. He sees the hands, the offer of Goodberry, the offer of drink, recognizing some connections being made, and he says kind of to the group at large, we're all here for a purpose, for a reason, whether we know it or not. Alignment in purpose or fate is what's going to cause us to survive. Only 3 of us. Only 3. And he looks around at the group, all, kind of glad-handing one another, and says, be careful you don't choose too soon.
Fate is what binds us into what we are to become.
You may believe in fate. I believe in freedom. What is your reason, in any case?
I will have to interject here, gentlemen. We are past your time, and there are things we must do. So, it is time to select our first game. Kieran, since you enjoy rolling dice, perhaps you could be the one to roll a d20, please. Actually,
yes, sir.
Just wait. There's no need. There's something special happening right now. I can feel it. Someone from the material plane has abused some power that has been afforded to them, and they have forced their way into our little demiplane here. I shudder to think how horrible things must have been at home to force their way into the abyss in such a crude manner. There are consequences for this. In exchange for their intrusion, a very special being has been released onto the material plane. A being I like to refer to as a taxman. So there is no need to select our game. You will like this, Forfax. It seems fate has chosen for us. For today, you will witness firsthand a rarity, a spectacle to behold indeed. This is truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. for you all. It will be Hunter and Hunted. I would like you to roll that d20 here and just to see what room this will now become for the rest of the Crucible. A 15. Now that this has been decided, I must warn you. Perhaps I don't need to warn you. This creature is powerful and it can kill you. I suppose that's not a surprise. So before we begin the intermission actions, to save us all a lot of time, I would like to describe to you the items that are in the gift shop. For those of you that have been paying attention, I got cleaned out by Anorak last time. Not a single item left in the gift shop. And I have to say, that went surprisingly well for him. Despite a great number of rolls on the Wheel of Consequence, I would say his performance in Split the Party was dominant. No offense to any of the other Episode 6 contestants, of course. So, do not underestimate the items within the gift shop, nor your need to be high on the intermission action initiative list. So before we roll said initiative, please pay attention to the items within the gift shop. In Tier 1, as the shop kind of forms in front of you all, you see within its display cases, within Tier 1, first, a ring. This ring looks, a metal band, but upon the top, and which would rest on top of your finger, is a shield with many similar and some identical gems. Second, you also see a beautifully tailored cloak, the color of which shifts along with the material to any style, color, or shape that you can imagine. But one element remains consistent, and this is the symbol or a symbol that you would all recognize as belonging to Meridian. If that means nothing to you as players, then maybe you should have looked at the rules. But hey, who am I to say? In Tier 2, you see a blade. This blade shifts to be any size sword. The pommel has a gem, softly glowing gem, inset within the handle that would be covered by the wielder's hand. And it glows with a soft green. In Tier 2, there is also a shield. It is intricately designed, and you see upon its outer protective side is arcane symbology inset into the front with dozens of gems in patterns and like a symmetrical design along with these arcane carvings on the front. In Tier 3, a finely crafted helm. It also has an appearance that shifts in shape and form as you kind of visualize what you would like it to be for you. Despite its changes, one design element is consistent. You can see 3 golden bands that wrap around the helm, whether around the side or across the top or even kind of down the face guards. And these golden bands begin and end with arrows. Lastly, you see a matte black mace, a worn leather-wrapped handle. The striking element at the top, sculpted roughly to look like 4 raven heads, all of which are all a matte black color. So, now that you have seen what I have to offer all of you today, it is time to roll initiative for intermission actions. Just as a reminder, for all of you, you can roll your normal dex-based initiative, you can use your perception skill, or you can use your intelligence ability score. Welcome, Forfax. It appears fate is on your side so far. You are first in the intermission action initiative order. Tell me, what would you like to do with your single intermission action?
Honestly, I was fairly intent on parlay, but your gift shop intrigues me. I will go to the gift shop.
Excellent. Well, you have heard me describe everything that is there. What catches your interest?
The shield in tier 2.
The shield? Are you confirming you would like to purchase said shield?
I am.
Being tier 2, this means you must roll twice on the wheel of consequence. Are you prepared to make your rolls, Forfax?
I am.
Let us see what fate has in store for you. 6. Oh, it's the first time we've had this one, Forfax. Shamed. This is a homebrew condition, which makes your charisma-based checks at disadvantage. This would include charisma saving throws and any charisma ability score checks or those skills based on charisma.
Understood. Okay.
Second one.
Could be worse.
Could be.
See if we can make that happen.
Ooh. 1. Slowed.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
That is.
I will. I'll burn my first fate sphere on that.
Very well. Forfax will use a fate sphere to re-roll on the wheel of consequence. 18. -2 wisdom.
Okay.
So, with fate having spoken and consequences having been doled out, you are now the proud owner of a Spellguard shield. While holding the shield, you have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects, and spell attacks have disadvantage on you. Make sure you remind me of this if someone is using a spell against you, because I will likely forget. The shield also increases your armor class by 2.
Normal shield, not a +2.
Correct. Normal shield.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
That concludes your intermission action before the game. I wish you the best in the battle to come. Welcome, Huron, to your intermission action. What would you like to do?
Very cool. I'd like to see the gift shop, please.
Gift shop. Very well. As the reality kind of shifts around you and you find yourself in front of the display cases, you will notice that in tier 2, the shield is gone. But everything else is still there.
All right. I would like the is this character and character? Sorry.
Yes.
Well, Tavern, I'd like that helm. I like shiny things, and that helm has my attention. And in the tier 1, the ring.
Both? No. You have expensive taste. Which one would you like to take care of first? The ring in tier 1 or the helm?
Let's rip the bandage off and do tier 3.
Very well, then let us have your first roll, Aaron.
And also, I would like these permanently.
Very well, permanently. Let us have your first roll of a d20, please. 8. Deafened.
Good with that?
Second roll. minus 2 dex. I don't know why I'm doing this in character.
All right.
Last but not least. Five. A homebrew condition of mine called Vexed. So int and wisdom based ability checks are at disadvantage. So any int and wisdom skills, saving throws, or ability checks.
Neither one of those are my strong suit anyway. Let's do it.
But the good news is, you are now the proud owner of a Helm of Teleportation. This helm has 3 charges. While wearing it, you can use an action and expend 1 charge to cast the teleport spell from it.
The teleport spell?
And you regain 1d3 expended charges after a long rest, so between episodes. Okay, let's do your roll for your ring. 14. Minus 2 strength. This is a number Enrak is very familiar with.
That is...
You now own a ring of protection +1. So +1 to AC and all saving throws. I wish you the best of luck in the game to come.
Aye. Thank you, Theo.
How's it going?
I think this one's going to be quick. I already kind of said what I was going to do there.
Okay, then no questions then? You're ready to go?
Just a note, let's say 2 of the, I think it makes 10. 2 of the good berries are going to be, and I'm no botanist, but a Google search told me that watermelons are technically berries. So 2 of them are going to be watermelons for snacks.
Okay, I was not aware of that.
Yeah.
Watermelons are technically berries.
According to botanists.
Well, hey. Greetings, Bestiarius. It is your turn for your intermission action. I see you have made a promise to your co-contestants. Are you planning to keep this, or are you doing something else?
Oh yeah, we're gonna do the good berry, and I think 2 of them are gonna be watermelon. We're gonna make some snacks, for the survivors. We're gonna have a little treat for the winner. The 5 that come out of the hunter and hunted. We're gonna have a little treat because I watched a lot of contestants in the past. They kind of complain there's no food or drink or anything really here.
That's part of the stuff,
So we're trying to just bring little sweets into it, so we can have something to look forward to after.
Wow, that is very nice of you, and I was not aware watermelons were berries. This is...
Oh yeah, technically they're berries.
You've blown my mind, Bestiarius. But
you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Who better to educate me on the differences between fruit than a druid?
Oh yeah. done a lot of, good berry costing, and well, it takes a lot longer to get the benefits of it if it's a watermelon, but it's just kind of a snack. Typically it keeps you going for the day as far as hunger goes, but this one tastes better and it lasts longer.
I don't want to question you. I mean, you are the expert, but if one of your companions, as you mentioned, is down, how do you intend to get the watermelon into them in one action?
They can take the watermelon if they want it for combat, but the rest of them are going to be regular ones. The watermelons are just going to do 2 of them. We're going to leave them in a tavern, and then they'll be back for whoever, is left.
Okay, I understand now. I was getting some very interesting pictures in my mind, but...
Yeah, that would be really funny if you had to, feed a full watermelon to an unconscious person.
In 6 seconds.
It'd be hilarious.
Be quite
I might just do it anyway.
Just jam it in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have chosen the cast spell usability intermission action.
Yep.
Okay.
He snaps his fingers and there's 2 watermelons and whatever it is, 8 berries sitting on top of them.
Very well. I'm sure your fellow contestants will be very happy with what you've done here.
Yeah, me too. See you, man.
Good luck. So, Sergeant, it is your turn for your intermission action. Do you know what you would like to do?
I must say I'm torn, but...
Good. I
think
strive for this,
I think it is prudent for me to equip myself properly, so I would like to visit the store.
Very well. To the gift shop we shall go. So as the display cases from the gift shop apparate around you, you can see that with the contestants that have gone before you, much has been taken. What remains now in Tier 1 is the cloak. In Tier 2, the blade. And in Tier 3, the mace. Everything else has been taken.
What forms does that cloak take?
Anything your mind can conceive of. It will shift its color and material, but this is just, for looks. Its properties are very different, but I cannot tell you about those. This is part of the risk and reward.
I think I would like to take the cloak.
Very well. In that case, could you please roll a d20?
I need to decide whether to keep it for the game today or for the rest of the competition, right?
Yes, thank you for reminding me. In fact, I was just reminded of this, and I still forgot, so...
Well, if it's an artifact of Meridian, I think I'd better claim it for the side of right, so I will take it for good.
Very well. Then let us have your roll, please. A 10. With the roll of a 10, your consequence is to lose 10% of max and current hit points.
Is that rounded up or down?
Down.
So, in that case, it's 2 for me.
Upon reflection, this is probably the easiest one to cope with, and will definitely be changed in round 2.
I am not too displeased with this result.
And I think I had you at 29, so yeah, you'd be down to 27, I guess. Not that I need to tell a mathematician such things. Did you know that 10% rounded down from 29?
Sometimes we all get muddled. Anyway, I'll sort that out.
Okay.
Gareth Hallmar would like to know what exactly this cloak does.
This is a mantle of spell resistance. You have advantage on saving throws against spells while you wear this cloak. So straightforward, but gives you advantage.
And furthermore, I have sizable sum of gold from the patron who sent me here. And so I'll purchase a potion of fire-breathing, 2 potions of healing, a healer's kit, and 4 pouches to hold these various things sort of tied to my belt.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much, Sergeant. I wish you the best of luck in the trial to come. Greetings, Torinn. It is your turn to conduct your intermission action. What would you like to do?
Torinn's going to go ahead and a little... that's what I'm looking for. Hesitant is going to go ahead and step forward, and I'd like to visit the gift shop. I guess if this is just going to happen anyway.
Very well. The gift shop. We will go. As the shelves begin to apparate around you, as the environment shifts, you can see that many people must have visited here before you. There are only 2 items that remain. One in tier 2, which is the blade that shifts in size as you look at it. The other one is the matte black mace with the raven heads on the top.
Gotcha.
Do either of these strike your fancy, Torinn?
Torinn's gonna go ahead and step forward and gaze at the mace. I think this will suit me nicely for the coming events.
Indeed. You are committing to take this mace?
Yes, I would love this mace.
Permanently or just for tonight?
Just for tonight.
Very well. Then if you could please roll your first of 3 d20s.
There we go. That's a new one.
20. In most cases, this would be really good.
All right.
Not so much here. -4 to your initiative. So not too bad on the character, but -4 to the initiative. A 2. Poisoned. Attack rolls and ability checks are made at disadvantage. And finally, a 12. Gain 1 level of exhaustion. Which I don't believe affects you, because you already have disadvantage. However, it still stands. Now you get to see what you have acquired. This is a +1 Mace of Terror. So this weapon has 3 charges. While holding it, you can use an action and expend a charge to release a wave of terror. Each creature of your choice in a 30-foot radius extending from you must succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or become frightened of you for 1 minute. While frightened, the creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions, and for its action, it can only use the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If it has nowhere it can move, the creature can use the dodge action. At the end of each of its turns, they can repeat the saving throw, and it regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn, which in Crucible of Fate means between episodes. Okay? See you in a bit.
Thank you.
Welcome, Eros. It would normally be your turn for an intermission action here, but you summoned a companion during our intro, which would constitute your intermission action. But since I have you here, is there anything that you have for questions for Thermgul?
His cloak is kind of obscuring his face a little bit, but what you can see, basically by how the eyes twinkle and shift a little bit, you would see that in the eyes, they appear to be a little distrusting, a little suspicious, and he's not really sure what to make of this creature in front of him. But he is more than willing to listen to what he has to say. And as for our questions right now, he doesn't really have anything. His mind is basically an empty void at this point.
As you're staring at Thermgul and trying to get a sense of him, he says, I feel like I'm putting you a bit on edge. Perhaps this will be better. And he just kind of like waves his hand and replicates the way you look, as if you're looking in a mirror. Hopefully this puts you at ease.
That's a little bit unnerving, but we'll have to make do with what we got.
So, it is time to enter into the first game, Eros. I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, me too.
Welcome back, gentlemen, from your intermission actions. It seems that everyone is ready to go now. With your destination already picked in this special occasion, shall we get on with it? Unless anyone has any questions for me. Or
Well, not questions, just kind of, just want to let everybody know. You see, Ari is carrying 2 giant watermelons in his arms with some berries on top. I don't know if you guys know, but watermelons are technically berries, so kind of thought we could have these as like snacks for whoever comes out, for the hunter and hunted, for the winners. So I'm just going to leave them here, and then, we can slice up some tasty, treats afterward. And, well, here's the good berries I promised you. And he passes out like 1 each to everybody else and just pockets the rest.
Thank you, Ari.
Oh, yeah,
Appreciate
just
that, not knowing who's going to come out of this on what end of things.
Yeah, well, whoever does gets a little tasty treat.
Thermgul, I see your mouth moving, but I don't know what's wrong. I can't. No sounds are coming from you.
Oh, what about me? Can you hear me? He's speaking telepathically.
Yes,
Oh, that's a relief.
it is.
Huron, I'm sorry. These are the type of things that happen when you visit the gift shop. Perhaps if your companions speak up a bit, then you might... No? Nothing? Okay.
Oh, Ari, I think that you may be the only one of us who can still speak with Torinn.
Oh, man, then you better stick with me then.
Okay, we're ready to go? Anyone else feeling some negative effects? Hey, perhaps they will not burden you in the game, perhaps they will. Only time will tell. If you would all please follow me. With this, Thermgul turns his back and begins gliding towards the enormous double doors that lead to the gated gallery. As he does, the elements of stone and wood from the Fate's Hand Tavern seem to slip away back into shadow as these 25-foot plus tall gates appear before you and swing inwards as Thermgul approaches. You see the monoliths heading to all the various game destinations as you enter. And moving towards the Hunter and Hunted column, you see the gate advancing towards you, lighting up as it moves from the back of the room towards the front. As it arrives in the front before you, you just see shadow and wisps emanating from within it. The taxman cometh, gentlemen. I wish you the best of luck. And just motions for you all to step into the portal.
Hey man, we're gonna go through these portals. You wanna come?
Oh, might as well, yeah.
Thank
He goes
you.
through.
Thank you, Ari. And Huron will he kind of steps forward.
Oh yeah, you can't hear him. Yeah, go through the portal.
As established in canon, though, Thermgul's voice can be heard telepathically, but
I forgot about that.
it's okay. We'll play along. Good. All right. So as you all step through, as soon as you breach the event horizon of the, or whatever you call it, the face plane of this portal, as you step through, you're grabbed and pulled in by many sets of hands that continue to pass you along from pair of hands to pair of hands, propelling you and pulling you forward. Emerging from the portal, you all find yourselves in the middle of a garden within the courtyard of some sort of keep. At a quick glance, you can see that the dimensions of this courtyard are about 100 or so feet across and 100 feet long, minus these two rooms here along the back behind you all. Right here. So there is a closed door in front of each of those. You can also see right here that these are the main doors inside the the main building of the keep. Those are also closed. On the other side, all these walls along the exterior are 30 feet tall and made of stone. And then these are the front doors leading presumably to the outside of the keep. These are also closed with a portcullis down as well. You all appear in the middle of the courtyard. The entire thing, even though it looks like stone here, if you can picture it as like flowers and grass and kind of like a beautiful garden, you're hit with a couple of different emotions as you emerge. The first one is hope and protection, and you realize that the source of these positive emotions come from these green gems here in various points around you. So 2 in front and 2 behind. And as you look at those, visually they appear as yellowish spheres of translucent energy with a 5-foot radius. So the 4 spaces around them are within the radius of these yellow spheres. Just gazing upon them, they make you feel happy, at ease, relaxed. They seem to be just emanating a lot of positive emotions. The blue crystals around them are soldiers, and they're dressed in blue tabards, and they are all 3 of them are huddled within this sphere here, and 3 more are huddled within the sphere over there. The 2 spheres behind you appear to be empty. You see that these soldiers look tired, exhausted. Several of them are wounded, but they're holding shields and swords up in front of them towards the main gate here at the front. So they're both facing forward, these two groups of 3. As you appear, one of them turns around and he looks shocked to see all of you and just says, "Get within the protective spheres. They're your only chance. Fight with everything you've got. This thing will kill us all." And as he says that, rising above the main gate, flying over top of it, you see a over 20-foot tall humanoid-looking creature emerge out of a cloud of shadow. Its gray skin seems to be wreathed in black shadow, and it trails shadow behind it as it kind of like evaporates behind it as it moves. It is hovering, like flying slowly, upright, with its arms out wide as it crests over the top of the wall and begins to descend. You can see that its limbs are very long. Its legs end in black hooves. Its oversized hands have extended fingers that end in long black claws, just like massive clawed hands. Its face, a distortion of glowing blue eyes and like teeth, but kind of the neck is starting to rot away and drift into shadow. Massive black horns kind of peel around behind it. And as the taxman lands in front of you, we will begin combat. Now you can't see him quite clearly yet. I'll just move it around here so you get a little glimpse of the taxman. I haven't finished painting him yet. Still got to do the shadow. Ran out of time. There you have it. For those of you who know what that is, please keep it to yourself.
It's the IRS.
Me too.
Okay, we've got your initiative, so we will get started now. As he landed in the garden, in a perfect 30-foot aura around him, all of the vegetation and flowers completely dissolve into black ash and drift away. This thing is emitting some sort of annihilistic anti-life aura. So that aura extends 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you see it, those of you in the front row, stop about 5 feet in front of you. And for now, you are unaffected by it. And those soldiers within the protective barriers also seem to be unaffected by it as well.
Though they are within the radius, right?
They are within the radius currently, yes, they are.
Oh.
All right. So Forfax will move to the furthest edge of the orange fire-looking aura area of that green crystal. He sees the necrotic wave, and he moves straight back and to the back edge of that first crystal there.
Right to here?
Yeah. Getting within the aura. That was about, 15 movement? 20?
That was 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay. That's good. He will take, as a bonus action, he will expend a wild shape to invoke a starry form. And he will invoke the form of the archer. So he stands still for a second, and then motes of light flare at his forehead, his throat, on his joints, across his arms, waist, and knees and feet, and then a searing light connects those dots, making the constellation of an archer. Along his arms, the same thing happens, and a curve of a bow appears in his left hand, where his shield is actually, and the lights are actually kind of superimposed on his form, and the arms move independently. The archer's arms will draw the bow and take a shot at the taxman.
Okay, go ahead and give me your attack roll, please.
It's probably not going to do it with a 9.
9. It goes sailing past. He doesn't even flinch as the glowing arrow sails wide.
And then, as an action, this guy will. I'll cast Protection from Evil and Good.
How many targets does that have?
What was the question?
How many targets does that have?
Just the one. I'll cast it on myself. And
Okay.
that will end my turn.
Okay, very well. Now we're at Huron.
Seeing the big terrifying beastie, Kieran will reach down deep, lads. Let's we're in this together for now, and he will move over to the square next to Forfax and cast Protection from Evil and Good. And his as he casts the spell, his eyes will ignite with a bright light, and a kind of glow will emanate from him.
Okay, and for both of you, Protection from Evil and Good, that is a concentration spell, or no?
Correct.
Yes.
Ari, you are up next. 2 minutes on the clock.
Okay, is it going to burn an action if I do an insight check on these soldiers to see if they're trying to be fucky? Like if they're on this guy's side?
If you want to use your passive, it's free, but if you really want to pay attention...
Okay, yeah, I just want to make it like a quick insight check to see if they're like being sketchy or whatever.
They look terrified and haven't given you a second glance since they basically like told you to take position. Their intent at the creature seems to be attacking.
Then I'm gonna use my action to cast Barkskin, and then bonus action, I am going to become a direwolf and move to that 5-foot square next to the light that's closest to me with the 3 soldiers.
Okay, and I had Ari as the paladin. So you're moving to this one?
Yep.
Talk about Barkskin.
Heck yeah.
And Barkskin, is that one concentration, or is that...
Yes, it is.
Alright. Next up is Eros.
Yes, so he is going to pull a star off of his robe and weave it in between his fingers, and as a bonus action, he's going to expend his wild shape to become an archer as well. And
Your starry shape. Starry form, you mean? Right?
Yep, starry form.
Okay.
And he's going to fling the star at the creature in front of him for the bonus action.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Oh, Eros has the bear cub with him, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'll put a marker out for that. My apologies. So I'll just put that right beside you, Eros, and that will be this black gem beside you.
That's a natural 20.
Nice. All right. So go ahead and roll your damage, and we'll double those dice as your archer form shoots out a glowing star, striking the creature directly in the chest as it's slowly moving towards you. For your damage...
That is 8.
Okay.
Radiant.
Doubled, so... we'll just... No, go ahead and roll another d8. That's more fun.
So that's an 11.
Yep, no problem. So you rolled an 8 on that one. So we'll go with 5, and 8 is 13 plus your 3. So 16. What type of damage is that? Is that radiant?
Yeah, that is radiant.
Okay, 16 radiant damage as you strike the creature in the chest.
And then for my movement, I'm going to kind of back up a little bit out of his range. And then for my action, I'm going to cast a moonbeam centered on top of it.
Okay. What's the range of moonbeam?
It is 120 feet, and they have to make a Constitution saving throw of 13.
Okay, so I've moved you back 15 feet.
Yep.
Is that as far as you'd like to move, or would you like to move further?
As far away from the aura as possible.
Okay.
So about 30 feet back.
And so additionally, we'll get you to here. Next up is Sergeant Gareth Homer.
I would like to know whether the soldiers that were here before we showed up have any markings or insignia that are recognizable to him.
Sure. Give me a history check, please.
Yeah.
Or just straight intelligence if you prefer.
Okay. I mean, it's sort of the same thing either way because I don't have the history proficiency. Let's say 13 total.
13.
Yeah.
So you recognize the symbol that's on their tabard and the coloring of the blue and white of being from a province of Dretain, which is one of the known nations of Magocracy.
Yeah. Okay. So the sergeant yells, "Ranged weapons ready." Steps backwards. There's space behind him next to the orb, right? Just behind him there.
Yep.
And he casts as a bonus action Hex targeting the taxman with the words, "May you burn in the eternal flame."
What visual does your hex produce?
The hex produces, you essentially see him point with a finger on each hand at the creature, and it produces a pentagram in front of the creature's face.
Okay, sounds good.
And then Gareth reaches out his left hand, and you see a pulsing mass of reddish bulbous energy hit it with an eldritch blast. That's a 22 to hit.
22 to hit. That definitely does hit. As you strike him in the side of the cheek, right next, or right behind where your hex was cast. Go ahead and roll your damage.
I just want to make sure that I'm getting all the damage in properly. 9 damage.
9, and is that force for you, or what?
That is force damage, I believe.
9 force damage. And that's the end of your turn, Sergeant?
That's action, movement, bonus action.
Okay. Yep. And is Hex concentration or no?
Yeah, it's concentration for an hour.
Whole lot of concentrating going on over here.
We're very focused in this team.
Indeed. Torinn.
I'm going to go ahead and move to the next. There's still one more open space, or is there not?
One more thing. When the creature was hit by Eldritch Blast, it should move 10 feet backwards.
10 feet backwards. All right, sounds good.
You can choose whether that happens or not, right?
Yes.
The movement portion of it?
Yes.
He's got his big toe on the moonbeam.
Say goodbye to that toe tax, man.
Okay, Torinn.
Yeah, so there was one more spot open there, correct, on that?
Yes, here?
Front right. Yes. I'm going to move there.
Front right there is, yeah. Do you mean front right in this middle one or here?
In the middle one.
Okay.
I'm going to use my action. I'm going to go ahead and clutch my amulet that's underneath my chain shirt and cast Shield of Faith on myself. Also concentration.
Man, I'm running out of concentration tokens here.
Was there any emotion change when moving into the aura?
Yeah, so all of you, when you emerge into the aura, any fear that you would have felt looking at the shape of this thing and its like presence, and everything that like Theramgul said about it, and the state of being that you're in this competition, fighting for your life, it's all gone. You feel great. It is. You are focused, you are calm, you are thinking only of the task at hand. This glowing sphere that's like floating in between the four of you is just emanating just sheer goodness made physical.
The soldiers are still afraid?
I forgot one more thing for my turn, because Hex should have dealt an extra a bit of necrotic damage.
Okay, sure, if you want to go ahead and roll that necrotic damage.
Yeah, and I'll also specify that the taxman has disadvantage. I'm going to say on dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
It's checks for Hex play, or for Hex, not saves.
Yeah. Oh, it's checks. Okay. Then if it's checks, then I'll do strength then for checks. Damage D6 necrotic. 6.
All right. As your necrotic damage, you send out your blast and your hex begins to take form. You're used to seeing it like dissolve flesh and cause people to be in immense pain. This has no visible effect on this creature whatsoever.
That's actually the first time that he's used that effect on someone else, but that's somewhat surprising in any case.
Okay, noted.
You're just hexing yourself?
Okay, and there was a comment made about the soldiers looking scared.
Yeah,
so
were they
these
still?
Soldiers look extremely experienced. Many of them are wounded, and despite being in these spheres, they're still on edge. They're staying and they're fighting, but they don't look to be in good spirits.
Got it.
Yeah.
Since Ari he is now direwolf, tongue hanging out, just like happily staring and like pawing at the light.
Yep. Okay, Torinn.
Without letting go of my amulet, I'm going to go ahead and clutch the side of my head and attempt to lay on hands myself and attempt to cure my poison.
Okay, so you go ahead and expend, using 5 points of your lay on hands, and your poison condition is removed.
And then that's my turn.
All right. It is now the taxman's turn. He begins his turn in the moonbeam, so he gets to make, a dex save is it?
Constitution saving throw.
Constitution save.
DC 13.
18, so he makes that
13.
save.
13.
Yeah, he rolled an 18. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. So he makes
Well, he'll
the
take
save.
half damage.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. That's
16.
So that's 8.
Yep. So 8 radiant. As beginning his turn inside the moonbeam, you see parts of the shadow that make this creature's form begin to kind of burn and dissipate in the moonbeam. He still shows no visible reaction at this point. And will kind of lift off of the ground and hover 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he will stay here. You notice that his aura extends out 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. But those of you inside are unaffected.
Does it affect the bear?
The familiar?
Yes, the bear would now be in the range. So, that being the case, arrows. I need your bear to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Pretty sure all the types listed in the regular Find Familiar spell are challenge rating 0, and there isn't bear. The closest thing would probably be like a badger. If you want to just like reflavor it or something.
Yeah,
Also,
that sounds good. All right. Well, if it's CR0, do any of these like bat, cat, crab, frog, toad, any of these ones that are listed?
Probably like the cat.
Yeah. Do any of them have more than 25 hit points would be the question.
CR0.
CR0. All right. So as he advances forward, your Fey familiar just turns to ash and blows away in the night breeze. He then points his finger, and I'm gonna roll randomly on a d4. 1 or 2, it's gonna be here. 3 or 4, it's gonna be over there. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna roll a d4. My apologies. And I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. No, never mind. I'm sticking with my plan. I had this all written out. So 1 or 2, it's the closest one. 3 or 4, it's over there. 3. So it's the far side. You see this creature turn and point his finger towards the group of soldiers that are hiding within that sphere. As he points his finger, he will use his ability called Finger of Doom. $60-12, causing those were really low rolls. Causing this sphere to shudder as it takes 32 necrotic damage and appears to be significantly reduced in strength. He then takes a step forward. He still has some movement left. His 15-foot reach brings back a claw. Takes a big swipe. Uh, 24 to hit does hit, with it impacting the sphere, causing 29 necrotic damage, destroying the sphere, leaving the soldiers standing within his necrotic aura. That is the end of his turn as we start round 2 for 4 facts. You have 2 minutes on the clock.
And the aura is extended. I'm not actually in it. It's right now. It's extended to the front 2 people that are sitting at the
That's correct. Yeah. Oh, correction.
Okay.
Sorry. At the start of the round, it's the soldier's turn.
Oh.
All three of these soldiers are reduced to ash as the necrotic aura just destroys all life within their cells, and they are gone. So, on that, Forfax, it's your turn. You have 2 minutes on the clock.
Orfax a bit wide-eyed at seeing what just happened and where the aura is edging towards him. He will go back to the furthest orb, straight back.
5, 10, 15, 20, all the way to the back?
To the front left corner of that one.
Okay.
Right there. He'll take a look at it and try to suss out. He's gonna try to pick it up. He's gonna try to grab it and put it behind his shield.
Okay. So for your action, interact with object as a free action, you grab it and put it behind your shield, and it's now moving with you.
Okay. And then I will move up to I have 10 or 15 movement left?
10 left.
Okay. I'm going to move diagonal 10 spaces to be right next to Eros on his left-hand side. Right there. My bonus action will be to take a shot again with the archer from my starry form.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your attack roll, please. 19. Once again, shoots out, hits him right in the right shoulder that's presented to you right now. Go ahead and roll your damage.
5 radiant.
5 radiant. Yeah, you see it impact, and he doesn't even flinch whatsoever.
Okay. And then... Oof. Do I stay or do I go?
The choice has been made for you, Forfax, because your 2 minutes has run out.
Okay. Dodge action.
Okay, I'll give you that. Dodge action. Huron, you are up. 2 minutes on the clock.
Okay. Who all is with me around my sphere?
So, you...
So I'm the Gandalf.
Yeah, and the sergeant is here. And then
Okay.
I believe this is Torinn over here.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to... Scott and I are thinking a lot alike. I would like to grab the sphere as well and put it behind my shield.
All right. So you are now holding it.
And then I would like, as a bonus action, I would like to curse with my Hexblade's curse. The big baddie.
All right. Hexblade's curse.
Oh. Sure. And then a blast of what looks like, when you think about like the deep blue ocean, kind of that like bluish black beam of force energy shoots out towards him, and Huron's eyes kind of glow with this black and kind of have these black tears come down his cheeks a little bit.
All right. And what ability was that?
That's just my Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of part of the Hexblade's curse too, just like...
Okay, go ahead and give your attack roll.
Yeah. It's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You two strike him in the ribs on the right-hand side with your force energy. Go ahead and roll your damage, please.
Huron's damage is force damage, right?
Yeah.
8 force damage. Anything else for Huron?
He'll just say to his companions, "All right, lads, hold fast."
Okay. Next up is Ari.
Okay, he's still tongue out, pawing at the light, pawing at the gem, and then he's gonna, like a tennis ball, just jump up and snatch it up in his mouth. And he is gonna, is that a door I'm seeing on the bottom left side of the screen?
Here?
Yeah.
It is. It's a closed door.
Closed door. Okay. He's just gonna, he has 50 feet of movement, run. Can he get to the door from that with that?
The gem is in my arms. I'm holding it behind my shield.
No, this is him.
The other one. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought
You're good.
you were... Apologize.
Okay, so you grab onto it.
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Your movement rate is 50, you said?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So with 45, you get in front of the door.
Okay. He's got paws, so feel free to make me use my action to do this. Can I, like, try to open the door?
Like to manipulate the handle?
Yeah.
I would say no. No. If you want to, like, smash up against it to knock it down.
Yeah, let's try to do that.
Actually, you know what? No, I would give that to you. It's locked.
It's locked.
Yeah.
Okay. Then he is going to go prone and play with the tennis ball.
Okay, sounds good. Arrows.
The soldiers are not in an aura anymore. Does that affect them at all?
Not yet. The aura kicks in at the beginning of people's turns, so. But for visual reference, they're starting to melt.
My action is just going to be dodge, but he's prone anyway, so.
Okay, sounds good. Eros, it is your turn.
So, to take a potion, is that an object interaction, or is that a bonus action? What is that?
Taking a potion is a bonus action in the Crucible.
Okay.
Yeah.
So seeing that the soldiers got whisked away by the dust, he's going to take out one of his potions, and as a bonus action, he's going to kind of just pop the cork of the potion of necrotic resistance and down that.
All right.
And for his action, because it is, I still have Moonbeam concentrating. It's an action to move, but I'm going to use one of my abilities from my from my my druid, and I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at 2nd level.
Okay.
For my action. So that's 5d6.
All right, go ahead and make your attack roll, please, for your Guiding Bolt.
That is another 20.
Another nat 20, man. Big impact on this one. So, Guiding Bolt, go ahead and roll your damage, please.
So that'd be 10d6.
Yeah, you can do it manually there if you want. Like a 10d6 roll. Is Guiding Bolt 5d6 or 4?
Second level. Second level is 5d6.
All right, let's see it. 10d6, 35 damage, 35 radiant damage coming at this creature. This time, with the impact of this glowing energy that strikes him on the right side, he physically moves with that impact, and you just see his head like turn around to look at the source of that. He just kind of like nods his head downwards as he begins to move towards the group.
And then for my movement, I'm going to try to move away from him as far away as I can without cornering myself.
Okay, well, you are here, correct?
Yep.
Where would you like to move?
So in the direction of that door where the wolf is, but on the in a diagonal.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30?
Yep.
All right.
And that's my turn.
All right. Sergeant Gareth Hallmark.
So the next attack is at advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So the tax collector is how many feet away from the soldiers now?
15 feet to the first line. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 15 to these two.
Okay. The sergeant moves 15 feet to the left. If he moves out of the aura, will that put him in the necrotic?
You can see, just like with your, I'll say with your passive perception, that the aura right now is right behind you and kind of arcing out this way.
Oh, okay. Okay. So then I'm not leaving the 5-foot radius. Is Ari with us? Oh, sorry, not Ari. The lizard folk.
That's me.
Oh, that is you. Yeah.
Ari's a wolf. Right now.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just hitting him with the Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Go ahead.
It has advantage?
It does.
Okay. So the first roll. Nat 20.
Okay, well, can't do any better than that, so go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay.
Definitely gonna kill him now.
And the necrotic necrotic doesn't matter,
I need to
right?
laugh there. Necrotic does not matter, no.
Okay. So
your Eldritch Blast does necrotic damage?
No, the Eldritch Blast does force damage, but the Hex would usually deal necrotic damage, except I don't need to roll it because it's not affecting this creature.
Yep. Okay.
So that's 11 damage.
11 damage with Eldritch Blast.
Bonus actions. I'm not taking any this turn. I say I'm going to give a reassuring nod to Huron. He can't hear me, but to sort of communicate, I agree that we should stand fast.
Okay, that's it for the sergeant. Torinn, you are up.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and use my action to use Lesser Restoration on Huron and cure his deafen.
All right.
With that, can I tell who did it?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to describe, Torinn, like what you did to cast it.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and, clutch my amulet again and grasp his shoulder tightly and really focus on casting the spell.
And as he finishes his casting, Huron, your sense of sound comes back to you, and it's eerily quiet here, other than the blasts of energy that are going off and some of the spells being cast. But you do hear the screams of these men as their flesh is dissolving currently.
The taxman did get pushed 10 feet away by the Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Not quite enough to get him back to the moonbeam.
And I've got no bonus action to take, and that'll be me.
It's now the taxman's turn. Knowing that these men their lives are forfeit. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention, which is a bit anticlimactic now, but when the other group died, as he held out his hand and kind of like pulled the souls as their bodies was melting away, you could see the ethereal light of their souls being pulled into his hand, and he like opened his hand and 3 coins fell into a pouch at his hip as he did that. It is now his turn. So in sorry.
I just had a quick question. Can I actually ask a question? Can I ask her a question now? Actually, I meant to. I apologize. I forgot to.
Sure. 6 seconds.
Yeah. Can we move forward at this creature with the orb in hand?
Okay.
I can't answer right now, but Kieran nods.
All right. So now, in true Crucible fashion, it's time to start rolling who will be the source of this attack. And I'm going by my sheet here. So before I roll, Ari is 1, Eros is 2, Forfax is 3, Huron is 4, the Sergeant is 5, and Torinn is 6. He's coming after Torinn. And I need to roll one more die to see if his Finger of Doom recharges.
Quick question. So, Arson, you asked if we could, your character asked if we could move forward, correct?
Correct.
Okay, like toward the creature?
Correct.
Okay.
Alright, so now on his turn, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He will take a swing towards Torinn with his clawed hand.
With him moving up against us, is there a chance you could rotate the board so we can just make sure distance and stuff?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
curious.
definitely.
All right, cool.
Yeah, let me just take a look at it.
So not quite melee yet.
For those with weapons with a 5-foot reach, no. But
Right.
with him and his 15-foot reach, he's attacking at disadvantage because of the shield that you guys are in. So first roll was a 7 on the die, plus 12 for a 19. 4. So a 16, Torinn. Does a 16 hit you?
No.
First one deflects off of the shield, but it does hit the shield, the glowing sphere, for 24 necrotic damage.
Is my... as in my shield or the orb shield?
The orb shield.
Okay, go
The
ahead.
protective sphere, yeah.
So there's like an aura that is getting impacted by this force of the blow.
That's right, yeah.
Okay,
Did
so
we-
even with it behind my shield, that doesn't give it any kind of protection or anything?
No, his necrotic energy is interacting with the opposing force here. It's not quite radiant. It's a homebrew thing called Lumini. So
Okay.
yeah.
Alright, that makes sense.
His second attack at disadvantage. You know what though? Actually, both of those rolls missed. So I'm gonna say that it even missed the shield, just because I want to be super fair with this. The attack roll didn't hit, so it didn't hit the shield either. Second attack at disadvantage is a 26 to hit Torinn. Or sorry, 17 to hit.
Okay, no.
All right. So that one missed as well. That's the end of his turn. It's now the soldier's turn, and they dissolve. And as they do, he holds his hand out, and as the ethereal energy of their spirit is pulled towards his hand, you hear the clink of 3 coins as they are dropped into the pouch. Top of round 3 for Forfax.
Okay. How much distance is between Eros and Ari over there?
With your passive from your angle, it's really hard for you to tell.
Okay. I'm going to try to get as close to Ari as I can this turn.
Okay, sounds good. So, holding on to your sphere. 5,
Yeah.
10, 15, 20, 25,
Okay.
30 would get you here.
Okay. Good deal. So I'm not adjacent to the door, am I?
That's correct, you're not.
Okay. Just passive perception-wise, can I see, is there a keyhole or a space under the door or anything like that?
There is a keyhole, yes.
Okay. Okay. As an action for now, I'm going to take a. I'm gonna just hold. I'm gonna do a dodge action, and I will shoot my bonus, my archer again at this dude since I'm not close enough to the door.
Right. Please make your attack roll.
15.
15 is enough to hit.
Nice.
Please roll your damage.
Yeah. Another 6 radiant.
6 radiant strikes the chest of the taxman, to which he does not respond as he is looking down at Torinn.
Okay. That's it.
Next up is Hiran. You have 2 minutes on
the total
just
damage
a real
now?
quick point about the distance between Ari and Forfax. Direwolves are large.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to put a different size out there, but I think he might be closer. I can't really tell from the camera.
So I will use this enlarged token I have here.
I don't know if that would have changed what you did. Just thought you asked for a reason.
There's still
Yeah.
5 feet between you guys.
Okay. That's fine then.
Okay, I'm just resetting the time for Hiran.
All right. No one's taken any damage yet, have they? At least so far as our party, our group. Correct.
Correct.
I don't believe so.
Yeah. All right. Then I'm just going to Eldritch Blast him again.
Sounds good.
No, I'm not.
7. Eldritch Blast shoots wide.
And
Does this have advantage because of the guiding bolt by any chance?
Is that just the next attack on it?
It's just the next attack, yeah.
Okay.
I don't mean to metagame here or anything, but I just want to make sure that it wasn't forgotten that I had said something.
That what, sorry?
That I had said something during my turn to Hiran. I don't know if just making sure that's not forgotten. That's all.
It's not.
Yeah.
He'll let loose his blast. Look over. I think you're behind me, right?
I'm in the front right.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
in the back here.
Okay. Will I really be able to move through who's in front of me?
You can move through a friendly creature. They're just considered difficult terrain, or you can sidestep around them, but it's the same amount of movement.
Okay. I'll look over at Torinn and say, "Thank you. Now we go on the offensive," and I will step around and in front of the big terrible beastie.
5, 10. No, you're the one holding this, so everyone is still currently in the range. I'm just gonna get rid of this, because now that you all know what the deal is, we don't really need it anymore.
And is he is the source now, correct?
Yeah, he has it. I mean, I imagine it gripped within his hand as he's holding the shield, from what he described.
Yeah. Accurate. That's my action move. I don't have any use for a bonus action, so that will be my turn.
Ari.
We don't notice any change with the sphere, like within 5 feet of the taxman, right?
No.
Okay. Ari's ears perk up and he gets excited when there's another tennis ball in the area. And he sits up and accidentally drops the tennis ball and then picks it back up. And then he starts pawing at the door next to him. He takes a dodge action, but he's no longer prone.
Okay, understood. Eros, it's your turn. 2 minutes on the clock.
So he is going to sidestep next to Ari by that wall. Is there like a break in the wall, or what is that?
Oh, sorry. I'll move if there's space for me to like allow somebody room to get to the door if they want.
You can let people pass through your space on a turn if you want.
Well, then I don't move. If that works out.
If you don't mind moving 5 feet, it makes things much easier, but I don't want to dictate what you guys are doing, so it's up to you whether you sidestep or don't.
Okay, yeah, I'll move 5 feet to allow space to the door.
Okay. And Eros, you move to the door?
I was moving towards the wall. I see a break in the wall next to the door. What is that?
Anytime you see a break in these walls, it's just because I don't have enough terrain.
Okay. So I will move in front of that wall. And for my bonus action, I will let loose another arrow or another star at him.
Okay, how far in did you want to go?
About 15 feet to the left. So bonus action, I'm going to attempt to hit the creature with another star as I pluck it off my robes.
Let's see the attack roll, please.
10 does not hit.
10 does not hit, no. Your star shoots wide and disappears into the fog above the keep.
And then for my action, I'm going to hold out my hand, and I'm going to where's the range? So I'm going to hold out my hand as purple tendrils of swirling, of almost like a galaxy nebula begins to form inside the palm, and I'm going to crush it in my palm, and I'm going to cast Magnify Gravity at 2nd level.
Okay, Magnify Gravity at 2nd level, which I think is your second level slot.
Correct.
Right, and what does Magnify Gravity do?
So according to, it says here, the gravity in a 10-foot radius sphere centered in a point you can see within range increases for a moment. So basically, they have to make a Constitution saving throw or take 3d8 force or 3d8 damage, and their speed will be halved.
So my understanding was that Eros cast Moonbeam and then another 2nd level spell last turn. I can't remember what the 2nd level spell was last turn.
So,
Moonbeam is concentration. Magnify Gravity is not concentration.
Yeah, but didn't you cast a 2nd level spell last turn?
Moonbeam was first round, Guiding Bolt was second round.
He's used both
Right.
second level slots.
So that's both 2nd level slots.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You've used 2 2nd level slots.
Okay, I'll then cast Magnify Gravity at 1st level.
Okay. And where would you like the center of the... You said it was a 10-foot radius, correct?
Yeah.
Where
So
would
if
you
I can get behind, away from the party.
Okay. So... Here? We'll say?
Yeah. As long as the party is not affected.
Okay. And is that concentration?
No, it is not.
Okay, con save. He got a 23.
Okay, so he's going to take half damage, I believe.
All right, go ahead and roll your damage, please.
So that's 6 force damage.
6 force damage taken. Anything else for Eros?
So I used my action, I used my bonus action, and I used my movement, I believe. I think that's my turn.
Okay, Sergeant Halmer, you are up.
Okay. How far? I'm 10 feet away from the taxman, right?
That's right.
Is there room to... I'm having a hard time. So it's Torinn who's in front of me, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. I move forwards.
Are the 2 spaces to the left and to the right of Huron still inside the orb? Because it's a 10-foot radius.
Oh no, it's a 5-foot radius. So
that's 5 foot. Okay.
This space would be protected if he's holding it kind of in the middle to protect all of you guys now. It'd be this space that would be free.
Yeah, I think I moved there, and I get disadvantage on ranged attacks when I'm within melee range, right?
Yeah, it's disadvantage on ranged attacks made from 5 feet or something like that.
Yeah, so I'm trying to move essentially next to Torinn, which is 5 feet away from the tax collector. And then, so in that empty space to his right, to Torinn's right.
Does that also account for spell attacks as well?
Yeah, it's any ranged attack.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want clarity. Thank you.
Yes.
Actually,
so,
yeah.
Yeah.
There's feats that break it or like prevent it, but
yeah. So I draw my longsword and attack with that weapon.
Okay, go for it.
That is a 13 to hit.
A 13 is not enough to hit. You actually strike the creature's leg, but it's much more solid than you thought that it was. Its ethereal form still has quite substance, so no damage is done. Torinn, you are up.
Am I able to... Are there any other free spaces that are not being occupied?
Just to the left.
Underneath that orb?
To the left of you, yeah. I mean, you're paying really close attention to how Huron is moving, because you're trying to keep yourself within that sphere.
Yeah. And is that damage taken from the creature's aura once during its turn? Or is it like the end of each turn?
With the soldiers, it was at the beginning of their turn.
Okay. I'm gonna move to the left of Huron. Is that within range of the 5 feet range of the creature?
It is not. You would be outside the range.
Okay, so I have to move forward still.
Right now, it's
I mean, would I be able to hit the creatures? What's my question?
I don't think there's a way for you to be within melee range of the creature and also in the protected aura.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I just want to make sure that on the left of Huron is within the. It is within melee range. Was my question?
Yes, it is.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'll go ahead. Yeah, I'll go ahead and move there.
Okay, to the left of Huron.
Correct.
I'm just gonna move him here. All right. So you take 5, 10, and as soon as you step outside, your senses take a nosedive from an emotional point of view. You feel your skin begin to burn, although you take no damage at this time, but you feel the effect. Just being near this creature and looking up at it, it is just dissolving all life around it as it glares down, looking at you. What would you like to do?
I'm going to go ahead and make an attack with the Mace of Terror.
He said that pretty casually, didn't he?
They,
21 to
John,
hit does hit.
be 4 damage.
Okay, for 4 magical bludgeoning damage.
Here. And then, would I be taking an opportunity of attack if I were to move back into the orb?
You're still within the 15-foot range, so no, you're not leaving its reach.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'll go ahead and move back into the orb.
All right. That brief but terrifying moment passes as you find yourself back in the protective aura. And that's it for time?
Yeah, that'll be.
All right. Next, it is the taxman's turn. So I will roll to see who is going to be the target of his attacks. This time it is a 1, so it would be Ari. Taxman turns and begins to fly away from you guys. 5, 10, 15. I'll stop here. Any reactions that are still available if people want to take opportunity attacks?
Gareth
Yes.
takes an opportunity attack.
Okay, go ahead then, Sergeant. You're higher on the... No, Huron's on the higher on the initiative order. Huron, would you like to make an attack?
I would like to. And since it's just a reaction, I cannot cast any spells on that, can I? It has to be a weapon attack.
Yeah, unless you have... I think it's
Unless they
the
have a
spell
reaction
sniper feat or something like that. There's a casting
Warcaster.
feat. Warcaster gives you the... Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Checks out. 19 does hit. I didn't roll your damage, please.
Max damage.
11 non-magical slashing damage.
So, my battle axe is my hex weapon. Does that count as magical?
It doesn't say that it's treated as magical.
Okay. I do an additional 2 points of damage due to my Hexblade's curse.
Okay, is that damage just added to the current damage you're doing, or is it necrotic?
It's simply added to the damage I'm doing.
Okay, so it ups the damage to... Oh no, sorry, it's 5. So 7 total.
Yeah, that's 13 total, and then whatever light resistance is. So it's...
Alright, so reaction used. Alright, then we'll go with Sergeant Halmer.
That's an 8 to hit.
Right. It moves surprisingly quicker than you expected as it moves away. So it's already moved 15. This would be 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Was his movement affected by the gravity well at all?
No.
Okay.
No, because he passed his saving throw, eh? Is that still
Yep.
there, though? Is that...
No, it's gone.
It's gone, yeah.
It should be there until the start of your next turn.
It's close enough, eh? Is that where it was, or over here? He's not going to go back that way. All right, so aiming at Ari. First of all, we'll see if he gets his ability back. He needs a 6 to do so. He does not. So it will just be 2 attacks at disadvantage. First one is a 30 to hit. Second one is a 30 to hit. So I assume 30 hits Ari, hits the shield. So it does 18 damage to the shield. Second attack.
Okay, cool. I still have tennis ball.
31 to hit. It's at disadvantage. So an 18 to hit the direwolf.
Yeah, that's...
Or 26 damage. So the remaining 22 damage are left on this protective sphere eats 22 of the 26. However, that protective aura now gone. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, but only 4 of the damage is taken by you. I need you to make first I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please, Ari.
Okay. Am I still within 5 feet of the other shields, the orbs? Some large. Those guys are right next to me.
Because there's 2 orbs there.
Yeah, no, there's only one now. So
there's
I
one.
stepped away. I hit it with my hand. Hold on, just one sec.
Yeah, I just moved like 5 feet to allow space before, so should be right next to those guys.
So that's the 5 feet. I just had you step back 5 feet.
Yeah.
So right now, the aura is not protecting Eros either. Actually, you know what? I'll be kind. I'm gonna say... No, actually I can't. If you have it, if Fairfax has it on his person in this square, it's like a 5-foot radius around him, and you guys are not, neither one of you are in that.
Okay. Con save.
Con save, please, yeah. 11. 11 is not enough. So the remaining 4 damage you take in necrotic.
Okay, I don't know how to stack other HP on it, but dire wolves have 37 damage, so he's going to start with 33 after that.
Yeah.
Remaining 4.
There's a couple of other effects here. So you are also frightened. And I need a con save again with a DC of 10 for your concentration.
Okay.
Okay, so
Dark
that
skin's
falls.
gone.
Your hit points, like your personal hit points, the max is dropped by 4. We are at the top of round 4 for Fairfax.
Okay, so not frightened. Okay. Fairfax will move closer to Ari, putting him in the aura of the shield that he's possessed.
His ears perk up again, but he's yelping. He's cowering. Oh wait, no, he's not frightened. Never mind. His ears just perk up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Fairfax will call out in Druidic brothers. Fate has brought us together for a reason. Let's stick together. Let's get through that door. And he will he'll look over to Eros and say, help Ari. And then he'll lay his left hand or his right hand, which is the one that's not with the shield, and give guidance to Ori as an action, giving him +4 to his next ability check.
Guidance to Ari or Eros? Sorry.
Yeah, to Ari.
Okay.
Yeah, assuming he's the stronger of the two in direwolf form. And he will use his bonus action to hit him again with his archer.
Alright. Let's have the attack roll.
Or a 20.
A 20 does hit.
Oh,
Roll your
wow.
damage. Dirty
Right.
20.
Again for...
Oh, it wasn't a nat 20. I thought it was another
No.
crit.
But 6 more radiant.
Yep. Okay, 6 radiant. No problem. Just one thing to clarify though here, guys. Keep in mind, only these 4 squares, I don't know what the best angle is for you here. These 4 squares are covered. So currently, Ari, your dire wolf butt or head, at least if you're a large creature, two spaces are outside the protection of the protective barrier.
Okay. Yeah, Forfax will try to protect him as best he can, but it is what it is. So that was his bonus action. His action was the guidance. He moved close to Ori, trying to get him into the aura, and he'll hold fast there. Ending his action and ending his turn.
Okay, Huron, you are up. 2 minutes.
All right. How far away am I from Ari right now? Am I within 60 feet?
Within 60 for sure.
That's what I thought.
And the ring of death or whatever ends at us, right? Like we're not inside of it, if I counted it correctly.
That's right.
Okay.
All right. So, first of all, gonna look back at my companions and say, "Wow, that was terrifying." And I'm glad that wasn't us. And then I will again Eldritch Blast the big terrifying thing.
Okay.
For a crit.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Let's have that damage.
Number 4.
Right.
$19. 19 force damage. It's just straight 2d10 for you?
Then +2 for my curse.
+2 for your curse.
Yeah.
Okay. Add that in. Done.
And then as a bonus action, I would like to send some healing Ari's way. So I will cast Healing Word. Six.
So 6 hit points of healing coming to Ari. It is now Ari's turn, and at the beginning of your turn, part of you is outside the protective aura, which puts you in his annihilating aura. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please. Ten is not enough.
Gotta burn him, I think. Yeah, Fate Sphere.
Fate Sphere? Alright.
I think guidance could also apply to that roll if it's a...
It's guidance is checks, I think.
Ability checks, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
6, not enough.
I'm gonna give it one more, and you can't take him with you, huh?
Nope.
Let's see if
14 is
does
still
it.
not enough.
Alright. Hit me.
Damage rolled was 30 necrotic damage.
Cool.
Moving towards the
Didn't
dire
have to
wolf.
use him. Still a wolf.
And it is now your turn.
Great. I'm gonna try to bust down that door.
Right, give me an athletics check or strength.
It's better here. Yeah, let's do, I guess, a straight strength. Before that, I'm going to bonus action combat heal for a D8. 6.
6 hit points.
Track that, and then yeah, I'll try to bust down that door. And you're saying that's just like a strength check,
Or athletics.
or acrobatics?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I am a wolf now, so there's no real way to change the roll from D20, so I'm just going to roll a D20. Yeah, it's
5.
Going to be good.
So as you slam against the door, even with your incredible weight, you expected to feel the door at least budge a little bit, and you actually impact into an invisible barrier that is sitting right in front of the door. So you don't even make impact with the door. This invisible barrier of some sort is very solid and very clearly blocking access to the door.
Okay. Yeah. Is there space for me to get around? I just need to the attack. That's my turn.
Okay. Next up is Eros.
Okay, so for my action, I'm going to move the moonbeam on top of this taxman.
Okay, how far can you move the moonbeam using your action?
So 60 feet.
Is there okay for you? You're catching him on 2 squares, or you want all 4 on him?
Yeah, on all 4 on the creature.
Okay.
And then for my bonus action, I'm going to throw another star at him from the archer. That is a 15 to hit.
A 15 does hit. Your damage?
That's 11 damage.
Max damage. Once again. For 11 force damage as your star impacts into his midsection and dissipates. He looks down in anger. Anything else for Eros?
No, then that's my turn.
Sergeant Halmer.
Is the result of that attempt to knock down the door clear to us over far away from Ari? Do we know that he hit an invisible?
With your passive perception from this distance, I'd say there'd be no way you would have known.
Okay.
That. You would have definitely seen the dire wolf like bounce off of the door, so you know it's solid, but you wouldn't have any more detail than that.
Yeah. So I say to Torinn, I think they might have the right idea. If you head towards the door, I'll follow. As long as it's safe.
You're nuts.
And I attack the tax collector with Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast, it is.
That's a nat 1.
Goes wide. Not even close. But in round 1 of Crucible, a nat 1 is just a miss.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else?
No bonus actions from me.
Torinn, you are up.
I'm gonna go ahead and shout to Torinn. We need to get over there and help them now. I'm gonna hold my hand out for the orb. Is he able to give it to me on my turn?
You could try to take it from him.
Sure. We'll attempt to take it from him, I guess.
For your interact object. Torinn, do you let go of it?
Just to make sure, we are outside of his orb of hell. It ends at us.
It ends right at you.
Everyone in here is fine right now.
I do, yeah.
Okay. He lets it go.
And then I'm going to move 30 feet, which should put me right up against him as well.
Yep. It's in your square currently.
Gotcha. And then I'm going to go ahead and make an attack roll with my mace. I'm going to bring it down into the taxman's legs. Let's see.
Swing and a miss.
And then as my bonus action, I'm going to cast Ensnaring Strike, which is concentration, so my Shield of Faith will drop.
Okay. Shield of Faith drops. You're concentrating once again. And you've now put... Sorry, what was it again?
Ensnaring Strike, it's the next time I hit a creature, so it won't do anything right now.
Yep, gotcha. And that's the end of your turn?
Correct.
So now the taxman's turn. And we will now see who the taxman is going to try to collect off of. 6. Torinn.
So he needs to make a con save.
Oh, right. For the moonbeam. Con save is a plus 13. 27.
Holy.
But go ahead and roll your damage.
You can fill that then.
He'll take half.
Yeah. So that's
7 radiant. He made his save, so it is cut down to 3. So the roll on the die, he'll be coming at Torinn. But actually, before you say anything, I will roll to see if he's going to get his ability back. He does not. So Torinn, attacks are coming at you. And that shield has not taken a hit yet, correct?
Correct.
Both of those shields have not taken a hit. Arrow or okay.
Yes.
Right. First attack coming at Torinn. It is at disadvantage. So 14 to hit.
We'll miss.
Second attack is a 19, and at disadvantage, it's still a 19.
And ties go to...
The attacker.
Gotcha. He hits.
Hit. Okay. As your shield takes 30 points of damage, and you see that it is probably at about 25% of where it was previously. That's the end of his turn. We are at the top of round 5 for Forfax.
Am I currently within his 15-foot range?
Yes. Yeah.
I can't
All
tell
guys
from
are.
Okay. Then Forfax will again call out in Druidic and say, the door is inaccessible. We need to put some distance between us. And he will take the disengage action, sliding to the right and back around the corner.
5, 10, 15.
He'll go 10 more.
20, 25?
Yeah, there you go. And then use his bonus action to again fire a archer bolt.
Okay, bonus action attack.
6 won't do it.
Shot goes wide.
And so action was disengaged, movement's done, bonus action done. That's all Forfax has.
Huron, it is now your turn. 2 minutes.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and if I move 30 feet towards that door to the left corner with the room and doorway, will I still be within 120 feet?
Yes.
Because I'm seeing 5.
Yeah, the entire board is 120 feet, so I can guarantee.
Oh, yeah. All right, then I'm going to move my full movement towards that door, that doorway.
15, 20, 25, 30?
Yes, and I'm going to go ahead and fire another blast. 17 to hit.
17 hits. Damage, please. 1
3.
Force damage.
It'll be 3 total.
Oh, with your... yeah, gotcha.
My Hexblade's curse.
Okay. Add it on. Ari, it is the beginning of your turn. You are not within a protective barrier. I need you to make a Constitution saving roll, please. 11 is not enough. So your dire wolf form takes 22 necrotic damage.
Okay. I am not a dire wolf anymore.
Okay. And I'm sure you're already taking this into account, but any damage that exceeded the hit points your dire wolf had get taken by you? Okay.
I got it. Let me change it in D&D. All right, he's going to first cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level on himself.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just do 1st level.
1st level.
Lost that. Okay. Okay.
2 hit points back.
Plus my ability modifier. And he's gonna bonus action wild shape again. This time he's gonna be a hyena. And he is going to take his friend's advice and run 50 feet in the opposite direction, away from, sorry, I'm trying to see this on the map. He's going to run toward the other 2 guys. Toward the, that way, 50 feet.
Okay. Moving to 40, he will use a reaction to take an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah, 31 to hit.
Yeah.
And he hits the hyena for 31 necrotic damage.
Oof. That's a lot of damage. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, he's still a hyena.
All right, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, which is not enough. So this means your hit point total is also, your max is reduced by 31.
I don't have 31 hit points.
Then in that case, you feel your soul being ripped away from your body. Is there anything else that you can do to save yourself, Ari, while I look up to make sure that necrotic damage of this type gets passed on? You know what?
Like bypasses the wild shape form?
Yeah, I'm just gonna check that.
Y'all are gonna have some sad watermelon.
A toast to Ari.
Well, I'm just gonna make one call here, guys. My rules lawyer, I'm just gonna ask something. It's Dave, how's it going? The hyenas max, or would that go to the druid? Right, sounds good, thanks man. Okay, so your hyena has a max hit points of 14, and you are still alive.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Does that mean I also get those 4 back from before, or no?
Well, I think the 4, though...
Those bypassed after I drop?
Yeah. So
okay.
Your max would still
those
drop
are,
by 4.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
I'm a hyena with 14 hit points, and that's it. And I'm running away another 10 feet.
Yeah.
Am I outside of his aura there, or no?
No. Yes.
Awesome.
No.
Not awesome.
5, 10, 15, 20. No, you're still in it. Sorry, dude.
Talk about playing with the guy's emotions.
Sorry. Okay. So that is the end of Ari's turn?
Yeah. Action, bonus action, full movement.
Hey, so maybe your cat has 8 lives left now? All right. Eros, you are up. You're starting your turn outside of a protective barrier within the annihilating aura of the taxman. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please, Eros.
Oh, boy. That is a 12.
Okay. Do you have any abilities you need to use before I tell you whether it's a pass or a fail?
Unfortunately, I don't think I have anything except for advantage on disease and being poisoned.
Okay, it's a fail.
Okay.
So the damage that you take from the aura is 32 necrotic damage.
Which leaves me down to 1 hit point.
Okay, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw from your concentration. So you need a 16 or higher on your con save.
And because of my my Stars Druid, I do have an ability where it's the form of the dragon. So when you make an intelligence or wisdom check or a con saving throw to maintain concentration on a spell, you can treat any 9 or lower on a d20 as a 10.
You have to be in that form for that to work.
Yeah, you're in your archer
form.
form currently.
Got it. Constitution save. That's a 12.
The 12 is not enough, so you lose concentration on the moonbeam.
Okay.
Eros, didn't you drink a potion earlier?
I did not.
Yeah, you drank your necrotic resistance, right?
Yeah, in necrotics, that is correct.
Yeah, so you actually only took 16 there. And so your save would have to be a 10 or half the damage, whichever is higher. It's a 10, so your moonbeam holds.
So I take 16 instead of 32, correct?
Correct.
A little better.
Look at you guys looking out for each other, playing it by the book. Love it. Okay, it's your turn, Arrows.
So he used his reaction, so he does not get attack of opportunity, correct?
That's right.
So I will move 30 feet past him in the opposite direction.
This way?
Yep.
Okay, so you're gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Am I still in the aura?
Oh yeah, you're right by his base.
I will dash as an action to get out of his aura.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
And for my bonus action, I will, I'm going to drink a potion of greater healing.
Okay, go ahead.
13.
Okay, you get 13 back. And that is the end of Eros' turn. We're at Sergeant Helmar.
Yeah. I move to next to Torinn. And I say, are we going after this door? And I, gesturing towards the door in the corner. And I believe I'm also within Eldritch Blast range, right?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so I'm casting another one of those. That's a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Damage. 13 damage.
13 damage on Eldritch Blast. Excellent.
For what it's worth, I'll push the tax collector 10 feet away from me when it hits.
Okay. Sounds good.
That will not provoke an opportunity of attack, will it?
Forced movement.
It's forced movement.
But does that get me out of his aura?
I think it will.
Yeah. It gets Ari out of the aura. So you had your sword out, sorry?
Because I drew it last turn when I attacked.
Okay. So you can, if you want to bring out your focus as your free object interaction. Do you have a shield too, or just are you using?
Yeah, so I have a shield on my right arm, and my focus, I sort of imagine it as like a crystal I was wearing on a chain around my neck.
Okay. Then I'd still say that you have to drop your sword, because like you could drop it as a free and then hold on to your arcane focus. So your sword is at your feet.
Okay, but I'll be able to pick it up as an object later.
Yes. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Torinn, you are up.
I guess with that, I'm going to go ahead and move 30 feet away from this monster as well. Just towards Huron and Sergeant. And then I'm going to expend 5 lay on hands for Ari.
Right, lay on
Thanks,
hands. Right, it is the taxman's turn. He will be going after. Number 1 would be coming towards Ari.
Ooh.
Is Ari inside the aura of the thing?
Only
inside the orb?
big.
Okay, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Can't take him with you. Fate Sphere.
Burning a Fate Sphere to re-roll. So, Taxman is now coming for Torinn.
Well, I'm gonna burn a Fate Sphere.
Okay, Torinn is gonna burn a Fate Sphere.
It's gonna be a 1.
It is a 5. That would be Sergeant Helmar.
Oh, goodness.
I don't know how much better that is for Ari and I.
Yeah, I might have to.
I think I'd better Fate Sphere that as well.
Sergeant Helmar uses a Fate Sphere. A 3. That is Forfax.
I'll do 1 Fate Sphere and see what happens.
1.
Fate Sphere.
Yep. Fate Sphere being used. A 6.
Jeez.
You know what's happening. Let's burn another.
I win.
Try it again.
Torinn is burning 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
10.
5. Sergeant Helmar.
Sergeant Helmar. Yeah, I'm outside a protective aura. I think I have to burn another Fate Sphere as well.
Fate Sphere burned. That's number 2. 5. Sergeant Helmar.
I gotta do it again.
Number 3. This is the pivot point in the fight. 3. Forfax.
All right. You know what? 1 more Fate Sphere and see what happens.
Okay, that's your 3rd.
Yeah.
Forfax's 3rd Fate Sphere?
Yeah.
Yep.
2 is Eros.
Fate Sphere.
His 1st Fate Sphere. 3. Forfax.
Right. Bring it.
We are bringing it. Alright, deja vu all over again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 feet.
And will you let us know when it's bloodied, or are we not playing like that?
Its form appears to be weaker than it was when it started. It's bloodied.
Okay.
Which is blowing my mind. All you mortals are way more capable than Tharamgul thought.
It's the power of friendship.
That's right.
Power of friendship.
A lot can be learned by Care Bears and My Little Ponies, apparently. Okay.
And the Golden Girls.
True. Yeah, don't forget the Golden Girls.
And the Golden Girls.
Okay, so the first attack is a 16 to hit, Forfax.
That's a miss.
All right. Next attack. Natural 20. And a 23.
Okay. The 23 will hit. Yeah.
Does the 16 damage the shield at all?
The 16. Is it within 2 of your AC?
It is.
Okay. Good call.
My AC is 18, so.
All right. Yeah. So it does. The first one, I'm going to roll the damage for the first attack. It does 35 damage to the shield.
All right.
Leaving 5 on that shield. And then the second attack was a 23 to hit.
I'm going to face fear that attack.
Okay. So I'll re-roll the attack again at disadvantage.
That's using Fate Sphere number 4 for you?
Yeah. It is Fate Sphere number 4 for 4 facts. Well, here, question. You want me to re-roll it at disadvantage, or do you want me to re-roll that one die?
At disadvantage. Go for it.
Oh, whoops, sorry, that wasn't the attack roll. I didn't hit the button, so I'm going to hit the button. 30. At disadvantage, it is a 25.
Okay.
So, the shield takes 5. You take 19 necrotic. You are resistant, so you take 9. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please. And the shield is destroyed. An 18 is not enough, so your hit point max was reduced by 9.
Okay.
That is the end of the creature's turn as we start round 6. Forfax, you are at the top of the round. You begin the turn in his aura without a shield, so I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
22?
A 22 is enough. A 22 is enough.
All right.
So I got a
Somewhere between
question.
18.
I got a question.
Mhm.
For the moonbeam, did he start in that?
No, he didn't. He walked around
Okay.
it.
Okay.
22 is enough to succeed on this, and I don't see anything saying you take half on a pass, so I believe that's 0 damage taken for Forfax at the beginning of your turn.
All right. Forfax is going to, you know what? Blow a wild shape as his action. It's not a bonus action for him, but he will turn into a panther, which has a movement speed of 50.
Yep. And you want to go towards this sphere?
Yeah.
25, 30, 35? Assuming the sphere is in the center there.
Yeah.
Where is his aura ending right now?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, like here.
Okay.
And does that movement there provoke an opportunity of attack?
Yeah, it will.
Okay.
But I just wanted to check, is your panther medium or large?
Medium.
Okay. All right. So yeah, he will take his opportunity attack. He will hit, I assume, with a 30.
Yeah.
And that panther will take 24 necrotic.
So Is he still at advantage or disadvantage because I was in the aura?
Well,
Was I in the aura? Yeah, the intent was try to get in the aura before the attack of opportunity if possible.
Yep, I'll give you that. So I'll roll again at this to give you disadvantage, which would be does a 16 hit the Panther?
It will hit the Panther, yeah.
Okay, so the Panther still takes 24 damage.
Okay. I will de-pantherize at that point. 11 spill over to me.
11 spill over to you. Okay. Sounds good. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
So the aura didn't absorb any of that? 24?
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. It's alright, my brain's starting to fog here, guys.
It's okay.
Alright, so you ran into the shield. It still hit you, so it would have hit the shield. So the shield...
Would its opportunity of attack not have provoked as soon as he tried to leave it? Or would that have put him into the aura on the opportunity of attack?
Well, he's staying... He enters the aura while still within the
but when is the opportunity of attack provoked?
As I
leaves 15
range.
feet.
Yeah, so he has to hit
I see.
20 feet for the opportunity attack to get provoked. So even a straight line, which I know he's not doing, but he could, would be 5, 10, 15. He enters the aura, and then 20, he leaves the range, which is when it would hit. So yeah, that shield took 24 damage.
It was at 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Shield is now gone. 14 damage hits the Panther.
Okay, so I am no longer a Panther. They have 13 hit points, so I take 1, and I'm resistant to necrotic.
Okay, you still have to take a minimum of 1.
Yeah.
So you take the 1, and I need a con save to see if your max is reduced by 1.
13,
Okay,
so yes.
So your max is reduced by 1. I also need you to make a con check. DC 10. Because you're concentrating.
On the guidance. Yeah. So, no.
Yeah. You're no longer concentrating guidance. Guidance is gone.
So I used what, 20 feet of movement from the Panther, which had 50, and then I got hit, and I'm no longer Panther. So do I have 10 feet of movement? Because that 30 is my normal movement left.
So you have 10 feet of movement left.
Okay.
But I just have to check something else because you were here, correct?
That seems right.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay,
It's
so
difficult terrain to go through friendlies. So 30, 35. So you have no movement left.
okay, yeah. So there I am. So I use my action. I use my as a bonus action. I will drink a potion. I'll drink my Keotome's ointment.
Okay, your wild shape is your action, right? As Circle the Stars?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
So
the end of
GD
your
plus-
turn. We are now at urine. Fuck, sorry. Josh, I'm sorry, man. I'm tired. Huron, it is your turn. You are outside of the aura. I will edit that out as well, I promise. We're editing that out. What would you like to do?
All the doorways are closed on the map, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. I would like to attempt to move to this door that's this bottom corner right here.
Right
And
here.
I'd like to attempt to open it.
5, 10, 15 feet of movement. You go to interact with the door, and before your hand can hit the latch, it strikes an invisible barrier, just preventing you from making contact with the latch.
All right.
Which, in hindsight, Ari probably shouldn't have been able to tell that it was locked because your hand didn't actually, or paw didn't actually touch it. But either way, there's a barrier blocking this door.
All right. And that would be my action or my free interaction?
Free interaction.
All right, then I'm gonna turn and Eldritch Blast the big terrible beastie again.
Hey, attack roll, please.
13.
13 is not enough, as it just deflects off of his shoulder, doing no damage.
Right. Then I'm going to... How much movement was that? Was that just 10? I can't really see in that corner.
It was 15.
Then with my... could you turn it the other way?
Yep.
Rotate it the other direction? Yeah, just a little bit more. Then I would like to come south on the board at an angle the rest of my 15.
Angled
So
this way or this way?
That way. Towards the numbers, like, yeah. And then the rest of my 10 movement. Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect.
Ari,
And
it is your turn. You're beginning your turn inside of the aura without the protection of a shield. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please. 13 is not enough. As your feline form takes 25 necrotic damage.
The hyena drops, and I take 6.
Which square do
That
you
goes to
wanna
my
be
max H as far as possible. Unless it gets me out of... Did he already take opportunity attack? Yeah, he did. He doesn't have a reaction, right?
He's already used his.
Yeah, so then as far away as possible, whichever is that square.
This way?
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
That extra 6 that I took, that goes off of my max, right?
Not for this attack. No, it doesn't.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Am I out of the aura there?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he's gotta do what he's gotta do. He's gonna take a greater healing potion bonus action.
14 hit points.
14 back. That's... So that puts me at max, but I'm down anyway. And he's gonna use an action to dash in the direction that Huron went, just further along the wall.
Okay, dashing 30?
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
My turn.
Eros, it is your turn. You are
So
outside.
I'm going to move towards that back wall by those white doors. Yep. And so for my bonus action, I'm going to fling a star at him.
What's the range on that?
So the star is 60 feet.
60 feet. You're beyond the range of your star. Yep. Okay, so your star fizzles before impacting the creature.
Okay. And then for my action, I will expend a Well, I'll use one of my guiding bolts at first level.
Okay, what's the range on Guiding Bolt?
It's 120 feet, I believe. Yeah, 120 feet.
Go ahead and make your attack roll, please.
Oh,
Sails wide. All right. Sergeant Helmar, it is your turn.
I would like to move 30 feet, roughly in the direction of Eros.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Could you pull me back towards the wall with Hurin a few squares, like 3 squares?
Sure.
1, 2, yeah. How far away am I from Hurin and Ari when I'm there?
Sorry, before you continue, did you use your free object interaction to pick up your weapon?
I would like to do so, please. Thank you. Yes.
How
far away am I from Hurin and Ari when I'm there?
35.
35. Okay, move me 10 feet closer to them, please, instead of. Okay, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna run along the wall with them, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. So just parallel to the wall from where I was.
Yeah, okay.
I think that puts you in the same spot
Yeah.
because you just moved
Oh,
out.
does it? Okay, that's fine. That's fine then. I'll attack it with an Eldritch Blast as well. Yeah.
All right.
That's a nat 20.
Nice.
Hey,
Okay, let's have your 2d10.
yeah, was that like 5?
12 damage.
12
That's
damage.
number 5.
Well done. You guys are surviving for level 3s. It never ceases to amaze me what Fate Spheres and Smart Play can do. Torinn, it is your turn. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please. That is a fail.
Oh, I'd have pushed the creature if that makes any difference.
Okay, 10 feet. Then he hits the wall.
I'm gonna Fate Spirit to save.
Okay, go ahead and re-roll.
Dang.
It is still not enough. As Torinn takes, can't see the roll because of the dice.
It's a lot of dice.
15 necrotic damage.
And I am resistant.
7 necrotic damage. But I do need you to make another con saving throw for your concentration.
Yep.
That's a pass. You're still concentrating. And it is your turn.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and move kind of diagonally to the corner behind. I don't remember who's the very, very back of the room over there.
Back of the room, like far back?
Correct, opposite the monster.
That's Eros way back there.
Okay, gotcha. The corner behind Eros, I'm gonna kind of move diagonally that direction. That being said, would that put me out of the 30 foot?
Out of the 30 foot?
Out of the 30 foot.
You can get out
aura.
of the 30 foot.
Okay, gotcha. Moving that direction.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you have to get to like here, beyond here.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'll move towards that corner.
15, 20, 25, 30?
Yep.
Yeah, you're out of the aura there.
And then I'm going to go ahead and pull out a javelin instead, I think. But I'm going to have to drop the mace to do so. Right?
Yeah.
You could probably stow the mace for free if you can.
Oh, I haven't used my bonus action. That's right. Yeah, can I stow the mace first, I guess? And then pull out the javelin?
So you can't do both.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, we'll drop the mace and pull out the javelin then.
Okay, you drop the Mace of Terror. Pull out a javelin. Go ahead and give us your javelin attack. I have a feeling it's at disadvantage due to range.
It is 3120, so.
3120, yeah, you're out of... So it's disadvantage.
Okay.
Miss. That's it for Torinn?
That was me.
Okay. It is now the taxman's turn. I'm going to roll to see if he gets his ability back. He does not. Now let's see who he's attacking. And it's a 6. Torinn.
Gonna be Fate Sphere, so that's gonna be.
Number 4 for Torinn. Rolling again. This time it's a 1 for Ari.
Pretty sure I'm out. Did you have my number 2 or no?
What's that?
Were you tracking my number 2 or no? For Fate Spheres, I'm pretty sure I'm out, but I'm not entirely sure.
I've got you at 4.
At 4?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm
I
using
had him
one.
at 3, but
Yeah, Fate Sphere.
Okay. 5th one used. Oh, jeez, man.
6th one used.
Alright, all Fate Spheres are used for Ari. 6.
Yeah, we'll use the 5th.
5th one used.
Could I roll something other than a 6 or a 1, please?
2 and 4, man. Y'all had some breaks.
Oh no.
This dice roll is allergic to a 4.
Hey, you know, talk to Lucius
whoever that
about
is.
that.
Let's use the last one there.
Okay.
That's all me. It's a 6 again.
Hey, at least it wasn't on the recharge ability.
Yeah, how frustrating is that for me, huh?
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
3. That's
Hey,
coming to
hey,
4
hey.
facts.
It's definitely using a Fate Sphere.
Yeah, we're just little pups.
Number 5 for 4 facts. A 6. It is coming towards Torinn. So you have no Fate Spheres left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got a question. Can you use a Fate Sphere on other people?
Yep, you can.
Modify
I'll
the
use
roll.
a Fate Sphere.
Reroll it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. I will mark that off.
The 6
Eros.
again, it's just meant to happen. Like,
5. Sergeant Gareth.
I think I've got to use a Fate Sphere as well.
4th one being used for the Sergeant.
Yes.
no, it's an 80% chance it's a 6.
It's
Yep,
a
there it
6.
is. Oh my god. This thing does not like me.
Hey, man. Don't like either one of us.
Yeah, that's fair.
5, 10, 15, 20, 20.
I'm sorry. Curran will also use a Fate Sphere for his for his friend
I think I was here.
who's been kind of just
As Huron
getting.
uses his first Fate Sphere.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
There's no way. Content. All right.
Looks like we have a D&D Salt Part 2 short coming.
Wow. I'm sorry, my friends.
Do what you gotta do.
Good luck to you.
Luck to me as well.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. As he will take a swipe.
Yeah.
15 to hit.
We'll miss.
Second attack.
Yeah.
A 15 to hit. Hey, what goes around comes around, man.
Alright, we'll take it. That's fine.
Oh boy.
All
This
right.
thing wants to fight.
Round 7, here we go. Forfax, at the top, you are still within the 30-foot range. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Roll the 20. Show up.
A 20
Oh my goodness.
is not enough.
Oh my god.
Whoa, whoa.
Wow.
The DC is 21.
I'm not gonna get that, so see what happens.
That would be 24 necrotic damage.
And I am resistant, so 12, right?
Yep.
And this is not the kind that hits my max.
That's right.
Okay. Okay. All right. Anything else?
Nope, it is your turn.
Okay. Bonus action. Drink a potion. Let's see. I got the Ketone's ointment to do 2d8 plus 2, or I've got 2d4 plus. I'll do the 2d8 plus 2. Okay, so 2d8.
Sorry, which potion are you using? Oh, the ointment?
No, the ointment.
Yep.
Yeah. Big money. Okay, so 11 points back. So I got 11 of those 12 back.
Mm-hmm.
And then it looks like I'm outside of his attack of opportunity.
So just clarification though, that was your action because it's only bonus action for potions.
Oh, okay. Oh, that okay. So if that, I'll use a regular potion then.
Okay.
Instead, I use that. I do have a regular healing potion.
It says you can swallow it. Does that not count? For the ointment?
Hey, that's still good. 9. I'll take 9 with a regular healing potion. That's pretty slick.
Yeah, you can swallow or apply that ointment, I believe.
Yeah.
That's okay. I got the 9 for just a regular old healing potion. That's
Also,
good.
just for future, I'm just curious.
Yeah, okay, so in this case it was the same amount of healing, so it doesn't really matter, but yeah,
Fair.
I'll have to look at that.
Okay.
Okay. The farthest point I can get away from this dude.
Doesn't matter. It's not coming for you.
Yeah. I guess I'll go back in the corner, just directly, diagonally back away from it into that corner over there. The other one. The other, like, I just keep pointing. One more corner, around the corner from there. Yeah, there. I'll back into that corner, basically. And,
Yeah, so I'll say the ointment has to be an action, because even though you can swallow it, I mean, for me, a potion is like pop, gone, but with the ointment, I don't know. Like,
It is a glass jar of...
You ever try to swallow
aloe.
Bengay?
yeah, you're like, yeah.
Then you wouldn't tell anyone.
All right.
to me, that would
That
be an
sounds like
action.
it's terrible.
And then,
And no,
and then,
no,
Like a
man.
tube of toothpaste, just like a Go-Gurt.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You sure you weren't a
Recast.
Marine, Joe?
Oh, yeah. No, it wasn't a rock
Okay,
fighter.
hold on. We're getting delirious here. We got to get this fight finished. All right, Forfax, what's up?
I'm gonna recast protection from evil and good on myself.
That's a bonus action?
That's an action. So I used my
Potion.
healing,
Gotcha.
regular healing potion before. So
Okay.
movement done, action done, bonus action done.
All right, and you were concentrating once again.
Yeah.
Did Ari ever use that? I guess the guidance is gone. So
I lost it at one of the hits.
I only did one skill check this whole time, and it was a 5, so
Hirin, you are up.
wasn't doing anything.
Let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna same as the first. Hit it with the Eldritch Blast.
Right, let's have that attack roll. "11 is not enough as your blast shoots wide of the target."
Oh, I'm not gonna do that. All right, that'll be my turn.
Okay. Ari.
All right, he's gonna move 30 feet laterally along that wall, to the right. Yep.
6.
Okay, and he's gonna attack for the first fucking time in the game. Produce flame.
Right,
And chuck it at him.
What's the range on Produce Flame?
Oh, you know what? That's a good question.
Is it 60 or 120?
Wow, no, it's only 30 feet.
Oh wow.
I'm not getting in that range just to attack this guy. Yeah. He's just gonna not gonna be able to get to him. He's gonna action dash further into that corner.
Okay. In the corner.
Yep.
That's it?
I don't think I have anything I can do with a bonus action. Yep, that's it.
Eros, it is your turn. You're not in his aura.
Okay, that's a good thing. So who is next to him?
That's me.
That's
What do you
Torinn. Torinn is here. And that's the sergeant.
I'm going to action move my moonbeam on top of the monster.
Scared me. I thought it was going on top of me for some reason. Yeah.
But it is a 60-foot radius. Or no, I can move it 60 feet.
No.
It's not a 60-foot radius. I can move it 60 feet.
Just a 5-foot spot.
Yeah, a 5-foot spot. And then for bonus action, I'm going to fling a star at him.
Okay, let's have it.
What was the black pip against my character also?
Your mace.
Your mace.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That is a 22 to hit.
That does hit. Roll damage, please.
4 radiant.
4 radiant damage done. That's the end of Eros' turn. Are you moving?
I'm moving onto the opposite side, or along the wall a little bit.
This way or to the corner?
To the opposite side of where I am at. To the left.
1, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Sergeant Helmer, you are in the aura.
Indeed. So it's a Constitution saving throw?
It is.
Okay. That's an 18. That's not high enough.
No, it's not. So you take 20 necrotic.
Okay.
And I need you to make a con saving throw.
A further saving throw.
Yeah, for your concentration.
Right. Not that it matters.
Still.
Okay.
You don't have to beat a 10.
Yeah.
There's a 10.
I do beat a 10.
Yep.
For what that's worth. Okay. I would like to move 30 feet towards Ari and Eros, please.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30?
Yep.
Okay.
And I believe I'm still in range for Eldritch Blast, which I cast.
Yep. Go for it.
Oh, actually, because I have 7 HP. First, I use my second wind as a bonus action to regain 1d10 plus 1 hit points. Okay, 4 points. Eldritch Blast attack as a 9 to hit.
Sails wide.
Okay.
Torinn, it is your turn. I need you to make a
Whatever.
Constitution saving throw, please. 10 is not enough. As you take 18, but you're resistant, correct? So 9 necrotic.
8. Then you want me to make another con save for the concentration?
Yep. 10, DC 10 con. 18, no problem. You pass your save.
Okay.
It's now your turn.
And since I threw the javelin, I've got nothing in hand. I can retrieve the mace and still have an action, correct?
That's right.
Gotcha. Yeah, we're going to retrieve the mace, and then we're going to get right up against him. And I'm not in the moonbeam, right? I just don't want to be in the moonbeam, if that's
No,
fair.
you're not in the movie.
Okay. All right, and I guess we will move to attack with the mace. Oh. The 19 to hit.
That hits.
All right. And then let's see here. Gonna be 5 plus my ensnaring strike, which I'm concentrating on. That is must succeed on a strength saving throw.
Okay. Strength save is a natural 20 for 26.
Gotcha.
Hold.
And then I'm going to go ahead and expend my last spell slot to do an extra 2d8 as well.
Okay.
Using my Divine Smite.
Alright, let's have that Divine Smite damage.
So 10.
10 damage.
Plus 1d8 if it's an undead or a fiend.
It is.
Okay, cool. Sure.
Total of 11. And that is the end of Torinn's turn.
That is me.
Alright, next up is the Taxman. So first roll will be to see if he gets his ability back. Of course,
Play some
no 6 on
Taxman
that.
roulette.
Never a 6 on this one.
A 3.
It's fair.
Wait. That's the recharge roll. Don't Fate's Fear that.
No, he already fates. He already used the
rolled that.
recharge roll.
Oh, okay.
It was a 1 for the recharge.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh.
Okay, Forfax is out. 2 arrows
Fate Sphere.
for your third one. 5. Sergeant.
Yeah, I think I need to use a Fate Sphere as well.
That's your 5th.
Yep.
A 1 for Ari. And he has no Fate Spheres.
No, he doesn't.
So he begins his turn in the Moonbeam. So I'll make my con save. And I get a 20 something. So half damage arrows on your Moonbeam.
That is 9 reduced to half.
Okay, so 4. And he'll start to move out of it. I'm just gonna... So I can't get to him. You're right in his path, so I think I'm gonna give him 1 attack rather than 2.
But he can't reach me.
Oh no, sorry, not you. The sergeant. He can reach the sergeant.
Oh, okay.
He's coming directly at it. You're in his path, so he's gonna take that attack. So Sergeant Gareth, a 25 to hit.
5 to hit. Goodness.
Yeah, so that would be 25 damage, bringing you below 0.
Yes.
All right. And then second attack is a melee attack, but not within 5 feet. So it's not an auto.
Did you say that it gets only one attack?
It's moving towards the target that it rolled. It has the 2 attacks. Like, I can't legitimately think of a reason why it wouldn't use both attacks.
Okay.
I did say that.
In that case, it seems like the only thing for me to do is to Fate Sphere the first attack.
Okay. Sounds good.
So that's Fate Sphere number 6.
Yep. And I will re-roll it.
Yep.
17 to hit.
That misses.
All right. That misses. First attack. Second attack. An 18.
Also misses.
It misses.
Whoa.
That is
You're
the
telling
end
me
of his turn.
it could be a 6 next time for who he attacks.
We are at the top of the round. Forfax, you are definitely out of the range. What would you like to do?
I will. Forfax will take his movement to slide along that wall in the. Just slide along the wall that that's farthest from the creature. So basically to the other corner. That he's trying to get to the other corner over there.
So 6 gets you to here. Are you dashing?
Okay. Nope, that's fine. He'll take the action to shoot a guiding bolt at this kid's back.
Okay, go for it.
That's garbage. And then as far as bonus actions go...
Oh, so Robert, I think the hit points are still messed up on...
Yeah, I wasn't sure how to undo because I set it to 0 earlier. Oh, here we go. Okay.
Yeah, I have no bonus actions, so I'm done.
Okay. Huron, you two are out of the range, I believe. 5, 10...
It looks like it.
25, 30. You're out of the range, yeah.
I'm gonna step back next to the door.
Okay.
To my left of the door.
Here?
Other side of the door, please. Yeah, perfect. And I'm gonna go ahead and... No. Sorry for the dog.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna go ahead and Eldritch Blast.
Hey, attack roll, please. 23 hits.
23.
Please roll your damage. Total of 11.
Yes, sir. How far is Torinn from me?
He's 60 feet.
60 feet?
Yeah.
I'm going to go and use Healing Word on him.
Okay. Should you mark off that spell slot and go ahead and roll your healing? 4 hit points back.
We'll take what we can get.
Right. Ari.
Con save.
Yes. 7. Does it fail? So there is 23 necrotic damage.
I have exactly 23 hit points.
Then Ari is down and unconscious. Not dying yet.
Does Ari make a death save on his turn?
No, he's not dying. So he at the beginning of his turn, he took the exact amount of hit points that he had, which means he's at 0 hit points. And
are you not unconscious when you're at 0 hit points?
You're unconscious, but I don't think you're dying until you're -1 or beyond. But I will.
Oh, I thought that you had to make saving throws once you hit 0.
I'm pretty sure it's -1, but I will look it up.
I have a statement from the player's handbook that whenever you start your turn with 0 hit points, you make a death saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay.
He did. Yep.
All right. Good enough. That's all I needed to know.
But I didn't start my turn with 0 hit points, though.
He didn't start with it.
Yeah.
He started with 23 and then became 0.
Yeah. All right, but you are unconscious, Ari. So Eros, it is your turn. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
While he does this, I'm not concentrating anymore. I used the spell that was making me concentrate just to speed things up.
Okay. We'll take that off.
So that's a 17.
Okay.
17 is a fail. So Eros, you take 19 necrotic damage.
Reduced to half.
Yeah, for 9.
Okay.
And it is your turn.
So how far am I away from Ari?
You are 35, 40 feet.
40. So who is the closest to me?
Closest to you would be the sergeant.
So for my bonus action, I'm going to throw a star at the creature.
Okay.
That is a dirty 20.
All right, go ahead and roll your damage.
That is 11.
11 force damage.
And then for my action, I'm going to take out a spell scroll, and I'm going to read it, and it's a scroll of sanctuary.
What level spell is that?
It's a level 1, I believe.
Yeah, first level, so you don't need to make a roll. Casting time on Sanctuary, though, is a bonus action. It's normal casting time, so it's bonus action, so you can't use it.
Okay. So then instead of that, for my action, I will magnify gravity in between the monster in front of him.
Okay, where would you like to place the radius?
So the radius, so magnify gravity, it's 10 feet.
Yep, 10-foot radius?
Yep, so it's like in between.
Okay, so affecting the sergeant as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, can you just read that one out?
So the gravity in a 10-foot radius sphere centered at a point you can choose, you see within range, increases for a moment. Each creature in the sphere on the turn when you cast must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, they take 2d8 force damage, and the speed is halved.
Okay. So,
And then on a successful, or on a failed, that's on a successful save, the creature takes half damage, and the speed is not reduced.
alright, so For the sergeant, I need you to make that.
It's a Constitution saving throw?
Correct.
Okay. And I'm rolling with advantage. First roll, it's a 4. It's a 6.
Yep, so that's a fail. Do you want to roll your damage arrows?
Yeah. That's going to be 9 force damage.
All right.
And then I was also targeting the monster as well. Because it's a 10-foot radius.
Oh, okay. You're having the monster.
In between him and the monster.
Yeah.
Yeah. And both of his teammates.
Alright. Con save. Even on a 1, it's a 14.
Spell save DC is at 13, so that succeeds.
Alright, so I take half damage or 0?
Correct. Half damage.
Okay, so 4, 129. Oops.
And then for my movement, I will move away from the creature.
Back along the wall?
Yeah.
Four, 5, 6. Okay, so now it is your turn, Sergeant Halmar.
Yep. This is my save against the aura. That's an 8 total.
So that means you take 18 necrotic.
Yeah, so that puts me to 0.
Okay.
And I can't do anything else.
Right. Torinn, is your turn.
Am I within that radius?
You are not.
Okay. How far am I from the edge of the radius?
It's right in front of you.
Okay, gotcha. In stepping into it won't do anything as long as I don't start my turn there.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna step into it, which is I'm guessing 5 feet. I'm gonna raise the Mace of Terror up into the air and expend a charge from it to emit a wave of terror, and it has to succeed on a DC 15 Wiz throw.
DC 15 Wiz throw. It fails.
Okay.
However, it is immune to the frightened condition.
Gotcha.
Did that.
Alright, got it. And then I'm gonna move 25 feet in the opposite direction. Just diagonally weird.
5.
And then I believe, check really quick. Yeah, that'll be me.
Okay.
Oh, actually, as a bonus action, I guess I've got a regular potion of healing I'll use.
Alright, sounds good. Go ahead and roll your healing. Alright, it is now the taxman's turn. There are 2 people down in front of him. So I'm gonna roll a 1d6. 1, 2, or 3, it's the sergeant. 4, 5, or 6, it's Ari. Because this creature main purpose is to devour souls and turn them into coins. So that is what he is fixated on doing. It is a 6, so it will be going after Ari.
But
1s and 6s, man.
Yeah,
15,
guess it had to be one of us.
Yep.
and it stands up over you as you are unconscious, attacking with advantage. A 30 to hit on the first one is an automatic crit, putting you at 2 death saves. The second one is another automatic crit of a 28. Is there anything you know of, Ari, that could save you from death at the moment?
No, he's got nothing. Burned off all 6 fate spheres.
In that case, your soul is pulled from your body, Ari, transformed into a soul coin, and dropped into the taxman's pouch. And that, my friend, I'm sorry, but that spells the end of the Crucible of Fate for you. And at this time, portals open right beside the other 5 characters. And that meets the game end condition for Hunter and Hunted. Does anyone not step through their portal at this time? And unconscious characters are pulled through automatically as established.
That was the question. Okay.
Does anyone not go through? Okay. Then guys, I know that was a marathon of a session. I think we went into 9 rounds or something like that. This was a badass creature. I thought for sure it was going to end in the first 4. The amount of damage this thing does, its auras, but you guys played what you had really, really well, and some really lucky rolls in some ways. So I just want to congratulate the survivors for surviving. That was a really, really tough fight.
Can I ask what it was?
You can ask the archivist.
So is that 4 survivors because both Ari and Gareth have died?
You're just unconscious. You didn't die.
Yeah, you're not dead.
And then you got pulled through the portal.
Yeah,
Okay.
you get pulled through. No. If I said 4, I don't know why I would have said that.
Yeah, I heard 4.
Oh, okay, sorry. No, the 5 of you survive and are pulled back to the Fate's Hand Tavern. And just because of time, guys, that one went really long. So we're going to do the next round of intermission actions in 7.2. And we'll catch up with you then. Okay, take care, everybody.
All right.